Hi, guys. It
Hi,
is Mo from Mo in the Deep End and Dolly Talk from, I don't know, your Salvador.
YouTube.
Don't
Yes.
confuse me. So we are here for some Walmart action because it's been a sucktastic kid unaliving stream. So in honor of our first stream, I was supposed to have colored all of this page in my People of Walmart coloring book, but from now on, I will be not procrastinating, and I will do that first because Mr. Mo is going to put my murder cabinet up. It
Yay.
is spectacular, but it's heavy, so I can't turn it around myself to open it to show you guys because
So it's a cabinet and a whiteboard?
yeah, so it was actually originally used by the Department of Transportation and $1,000 originally. Like it
Huh.
is a legitimate cabinet with like cork board. I am like, "Ooh, fancy."
Wow.
And he said, "I have another one." And I was like, "Look, sir, my husband said I had to get rid of some hobby stuff. I'll be back in 2 weeks." So, yep,
Hey,
we are
Lefty.
here to give you guys a little relief from the terrible, 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 uh, trial that we have. Now, I did have, Rain send me some clips, and I found these on A&E. I wanna check with the, creator of the clips that he pulled out, just to see if he's okay with me using them. So, I don't care about A&E because if you're not Sasquatch or, like, a national socialist from a time long past, then there's nothing for Ancient Alien.
Well, that's History Channel.
Oh, A&E is the same thing, isn't it?
Probably.
We haven't
Close
had
enough.
cable in so long.
Same.
And yes, I decided to dye my hair with a natural dye that was supposed to be better, and it is well, it's this color. So I am Ariel now for the rest of the summer.
The white Ariel.
So
Sorry.
yeah, so, let's get into the hilarity. This gentleman looks, so super-de-duper,
Mormon?
well, he looks just happy. He's just happy.
Sorry.
Farrell's like, "Don't sync Mo's channel. Come on now.
Sorry.
Keep
We'll
me
have to
out of
go to Rumble.
substitute teaching. You don't want me around your children. I'm too damn sarcastic. They're gonna come home and question authority. Keep me out of the classroom." But my new t-shirt, let's see if I can take the banners off. Anxiety mode on. I'll put it on. I'll invigorate it. 1 second. It's amazing and tax deductible because I put it on my channel. At least I think that's how taxes work. I'll ask my accountant before I actually put like stupid t-shirts on. Possibly. But if not, I still get a bunch of more t-shirts. Suck it, Mr. Mo. I found a way around your rules. Look, y'all, Hippie Runner, they don't have an ambassador program anymore because they didn't meet me yet. But Hippie Runner, good quality shirts, and I think they are having a 50% lefty. There should never be cameras in the Mo house. It is the things that I say when I'm not filtered, because I'm kind of filtered here, like, just
Believe it or not.
scotch.
Me too.
Just yeah. So, can't be
Junior.
awful demanding in here. I'm sorry, Lefty. Look, I only try to wife and mother my husband and children, but sometimes if I see random blonde kids and I forget I don't have my kids with me, they they might, well, look, y'all, once I figure out how to do Rumble, it'll be Mo on another level.
Oh boy.
But I barely can duct tape and prayer this channel, so I'm going to destroy channel by channel, or platform by whatever they are. Let's see what this wonderfully looking aged Dennis the Menace has done and how uh, we should react. These are the most viewed moments of 2022 court cam.
We go to a sentencing in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The defendant is 18-year-old Brendan Wazinski, who's charged with impersonating a sheriff's deputy.
Yeah,
6 months earlier, Wazinski was driving an unmarked car with a police siren when he pulled over a driver for speeding. Albuquerque police officer Danny Anzo came upon the scene and
He really
being
wanted
off about the
Nailed the
situation.
Okay, all right. So he's like, sir, exactly what unit are you with? Oh, the Cleveland unit? Well, that's good, but we're in Arizona.
take your child to work day at the police station.
Yeah, I mean, I would never pull over my car allegedly ever again if that happened to me. I'd be like, oh, hell knows.
Yeah,
This is
call
how Hills
911.
with Eyes starts. I ain't doing it. I don't know. I've never watched that movie. I already fear. Look, I already live among the hill folk, okay?
Your
But
own
we
family?
are, listen, my HOA is terrible, okay? But we think we are high class, but we don't even have a Target in this town. So really, we are putting on some airs we don't even have. Just, I know I tell everyone, every single one in the HOA, I'm like, y'all are pretty uppity for people that don't have a Target. But that's maybe why they didn't ever vote for me.
Check it out.
You gotta talk to him for a minute.
He's not even wearing holsters or nothing. That man just has a daggone belt buckle.
Really, thanks for your time.
Okay.
I know, I'm under-equipped.
Do you have an ID with you?
I know. Where's my bra? I was,
Under
for
equipped.
dark. Like,
That's what he said when he lost his
he's
virginity.
11 and a half years old. Check him to make sure he didn't steal his mom's car. Oh my gosh.
You pull her over in a minivan.
That's what it kind of looks like it. I mean, at least get a Crown Vic, kid. Come on.
He can buy, old police cars.
We have a ton of them. People in my neck of the wood love their old Crown Vics with the side mirror light thing on them. I'm like, you're not a cop.
This is all I got. I mean, like I said, I'm under-equipped. I was just heading over there to the
Should have said
courthouse
undercover.
It's the courthouse for what?
to get my crap.
The wannabe cop sticks to his story.
Good man.
I know,
To
it
get
makes
my
no
crap? Because that's how cops
Could
talk,
go-
I'm sure.
He could go undercover at a local high school.
Like my tactical stuff, sir.
A TACTA unit.
Look, I watched the A-Team. I mean, something.
21 Jump Street.
Yeah. Come on, kid. You don't even, he's 11.
Since I caught him going 120 down I-40.
The officer has Wazinski hang around while he checks on his story.
Sam 110 out of pity.
While he waits for a response, Anzo casually
Mom, I gotta
chats
go
with Wazinski.
shave.
One officer to
I'm over
sort of another.
And I'm not here to mess with you, man. It's just the thing is, yeah, he was speeding, dude. You could have called it in. And because if you get into shooting, you're speeding.
Right.
All right, man.
I understand.
All right.
For starters, I know this
yeah,
looks really
yeah.
bad.
Right.
This looks really bad. This screams whacker.
How long you been on?
Oh,
About 3 years.
I just learned something. This is my word of the day, y'all.
Whacker.
I'm using it in all the sentences and all the ways that one can.
That sounds dirty.
It does. It sounds like I made it up. I'm very
know.
impressed, whoever did it. I mean, I love the single entendres just as much as the next
Oh, yeah.
girl.
I've been on for like 13 years. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but you need to be a little bit more careful, all right?
Is there,
So just do me a favor, hang tight for a second, okay?
is there,
It sounds like the officer might be letting him go. Not so fast.
I don't think so, Tim.
Anzo requests a supervisor from the Bernalillo Sheriff's Office to come down to the scene.
Uh-oh.
In the meantime, he puts
Oh my God, when he has to call his mom. Look,
Does he?
What? I don't know, but I can just
Oh.
imagine this conversation. Look, Mom, what had happened was I saw a man speeding, and for the public good, I pulled him over. Mama's like, I'm getting my house coat on, and I'm bringing my extra flip flop.
You stop playing police this very minute, young man.
Yeah, yes, fellow cop, I am here to talk to you.
Hey, fellow
Wazinski
officers.
in the back of his cruiser.
Do you have anything on you, man? Any weapons or anything? Okay. That's fine. Just have a seat, all right?
Just my service issued gun. Oh, wait.
It looks
no,
like this
never mind.
bizarre game of good cop, fake cop may be coming to an end. So Wazinski comes clean.
Can we talk real quick?
Yeah, give me 1 second. What's up, man?
All
Oh,
right.
the officer
I'm just
didn't
gonna be
laugh
straight
his
up honest with you. I'm not a cop.
balls off. This is why I wouldn't be an officer. I'd be like,
Really?
you're shitting me. Like I would just. But then again, it would probably be the new chief of police, and I'd be fired.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna be.
Did you get that badge from?
I bought it offline.
Okay. Do me a favor. Stay in here, okay? For a second.
Do I have a choice?
I'm gonna go
After discussing the strange situation with his sergeant, Enzo makes the next move.
back in my car. Hey, Brendan, step out of the vehicle for a second, man. Okay, face the vehicle. At this point right now, you are being under arrest. Understand? Okay.
Oh my gosh, the music. Dun dun dun.
Before heading downtown, Wazinski sheds a few tears in the back seat.
Oh, dude, don't cry.
Being a police officer in my day.
So I need you to lean back a
And
little bit.
A&E is just putting your shame on television.
That's a good point, Barry, because you haven't done
Well,
it.
so do a
It's
lot of
substation.
people, but we're
I'll give you,
funner.
we'll give her a call.
I'm not going to stop
Yes.
random people.
Wazinski's formally charged with impersonating an officer, a misdemeanor. And a second officer takes him off to jail.
Yeah, buddy. Can't be pretending to be a cop.
Yeah, I know. I'm stupid.
Lesson
This
learned,
officer
right?
is my spirit animal. Like,
As they
what
head
the hell is wrong
downtown, the
with you,
reality
kid?
of the
It sounds kind of like
situation
Flux.
kicks in for this counterfeit cop.
It's one hell of a thought to know that in about 2 minutes I my life pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's kind of how
Yeah.
it goes. Oh, yeah.
Now, as he
sit on
stands
your
before a
nose.
very real judge,
Oh,
instead of
Lord,
fighting the
that-
charge,
all
Wazinski
the
pleads
hairs.
no
Love his
contest.
little hair poof.
He's sentenced to 1 year of probation.
What's wrong with
The
you
judge
people?
also rules he can't
Aw.
carry any firearms or handcuffs and must undergo a psychiatric evaluation.
That's
Why?
Loki.
Is I do not want any kind of reoffense of this kind of case. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You will not do policing
But this
again,
sham
young
sheriff
man.
story doesn't end there.
Oh,
Wazinski
Lord.
violates his probation by failing to get that psych evaluation.
Him?
But he gets a break when the judge gives him an extra 2
But
weeks to complete the
he's-
evaluation.
He looks
so
like he's
normal.
staring at you
Hold his
seductively in
extension.
that mugshot.
Wazinski presses his luck.
It looks like he's trying to figure out if what knife he's going to use to fillet skin. He has that look.
Looks like he's
It's
trying
the
to
same
eat his lip.
giggle McStabby pants look.
I wonder how he'd do in jail.
Eh.
He's trying to
taking that-
seduce you, Farrell.
I'm taking that as in the gutter, but look, y'all, they're gonna go in and they're gonna say, so what are you in for? And he's gonna say, well, I was pretending to be one of those people that arrested you.
You
I
think
have
he
no
puts
training.
his photo on his dating site?
Oh,
It's his
oh,
Tinder photo.
He's a left swipe, isn't he? Well, I do have aspirations, Lefty. The night is young. The schnapps is heavy.
I can try the best I can, Your Honor. I mean, there's honestly a lot going on right now, and it's stressful. But I will try my hardest to get it done.
Okay, so just to let you know, we all have a lot going on, and it is very stressful for everyone, but this is very important, and I'm not going to give you longer than that.
Wazinski did eventually complete his evaluation and was able to avoid jail time. And hopefully his days of impersonating an officer are over.
This looks really
Okay, this
bad.
was kind of
This
weak sauce. I
screams
was
blacker.
thinking like,
As for the driver Wazinski pulled over, he was, of course, free to go.
dun-dun-dun.
Next, we go to the
Oh,
Miami-Dade courthouse, where Judge
what in the
Oh,
cat
that's
lady?
Great. She's gonna give like a death penalty out because her cat
Okay.
died that morning.
You guys remember in the Goonies, the mom of the like robber guys? This is what she does now. She is an attorney.
Wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
Someone's going to have to tell Sloth that she evaded justice and she's now a judge. And this is real Florida. Hey guys, we are doing What in the Walmart cases. And in the future, I will have the What in the Walmart page all colored and framed, and we will have our own little Walmart background when I can figure out how to get cameras that move. But A&E has a collection of most viewed moments in 2022, and we are looking at that because the one Walmart case I had, it's great because the people are Walmart. The prosecutor is reading people for filth, but it is another kid case, and honestly, we came here to shenaniganize. So we
Yeah.
will do that in the What the Walmart Scumbag editions. And those will be warned about. Look, y'all, kids are hard. So there's a lot of Walmart with kids. So I will put Scumbag edition in there. I will try to give as much warning about them because yeah.
Catherine Pooler's presiding over a bond hearing. The defendant, Calvin Lloyd Griffith, allegedly broke into a local school and stole an employee's car.
Oh. My great
Griffith was
grandfather
arrested
broke
and is
into a
here
school
on
and stole
charges of grand
typewriters in the
theft.
30s.
What?
Boo. My great grandfather broke into a school in the 1930s and stole typewriters.
For like resale, or was he just an aspiring?
And some.
Okay, I was like, he's a novelist, but he can only write a sentence, and it's an OCD thing.
I'm proud of my family.
My family, my mom forever told me and my brother, and this is naturally light blonde under here, that we were Native American Cherokee, to be exact. Now, I was already mad at my mother for getting like 23andMe done because in full Dale Gribble voice, you give the government your DNA and corporations. It's the machines. So, yeah, but she's like, do you know we have an American Indian in us? And I was like,
Okay. Is your mother Elizabeth Warren?
well, you know what? My brother and I are the most Scandinavian looking kids that came out of that family. So, well, so he stole a car from a school. Let's see how this is going to go.
Burglary and trespassing. He also violated his probation from a previous car theft.
Calvin Lloyd Griffin Jr. on page 12. Good morning. Mr. Griffin is charged with burglary, petty theft, grand theft of a vehicle, and trespass. And he's on probation.
He's out on probation, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm on probation. I'm on paper.
Okay.
Anyway, because I smoke weed and cocaine. So
Well, I mean,
smoke
he is
cocaine?
the first honest criminal that we've had on here. Like, yep, I am in fact in violation of both my parole and the laws.
Points for honesty.
But negative for being loud.
Yeah.
He's shouting over Helen Lovejoy. His lawyer's like, shut up.
He looks over at
They're
the
like-
prosecutor. Prosecutor's mouthing like gravely what to say.
She's like, Your Honor, I'd like to strike my client. No, do you mean strike the statement? No, I mean strike the client. I'm just giving you. We get one a year. You know, maybe she's a very lovely person who quilts and sews all of her cat's little outfits. I'm gonna imagine, and her goose statue that she has in the front of her house that changes costumes with the
she's gonna
seasons.
come home tonight and tell her cats all about her day. And this guy,
She has a rich and deep, inner world life that we just don't know about.
gonna tell Mr. Mittens all about him.
I smoke weed and cocaine.
The court officials decide to cut Griffith's mic off to prevent him from talking over everyone.
So
Oh my Lord, he's not
You're
even
Calvin
stop
Griffin?
talking.
Mr. Senator is the button press.
Oh, okay.
As Judge Pooler continues looking over the paperwork, Griffiths continues to try to get the attention of the judge.
Okay, let's see.
Trying to seduce her.
But with Judge Pooler unable to hear Griffith, he decides to try a different approach.
Well, that would, his milkshake brings all the judge to the yard. And that pause, oh my gosh, Farrell, if you're anywhere, can you please pause this? Because I need this face, because her face and his face together. I need it on a t-shirt. I just wish they had recorded what he was saying, because you were oh my god. Pretty much. Oh my gosh. Yes. Farrell, you must. Okay. Salvador, if you can watch, I've got one screaming ow, and it's the drama queen, so I'll King.
Godspeed.
Not impressed with Griffith's twerking abilities, the judge moves on with the case.
You know how hard it is to do that?
State is requesting that Your Honor set the bond, but reset the case in division tomorrow because his actions violate his probation.
Judge Pooler agrees with the state attorney and sets Griffith's bond at $18,500.
It was going to be $30,000 before.
And
the
there's a
twerking.
statewide order from Miami Edison Senior High. If you should get out, do not go back there. You're not a student anymore. Okay? Thank you for coming in.
As the judge moves on to the next, less entertaining defendant, Judge Pooler looks back fondly on her time with Calvin Griffith.
I want the last guy to come back and teach us how to dance. He's a pretty smooth guy.
Apparently, the other one was just
Next, we're in
squealing
Newark,
because
New
he's
Jersey,
mad.
where Judge
Thought he was
James
hurt.
Convery is overseeing a divorce hearing.
Ooh, divorce. This'll
On
be
one side is Benjamin Taylor and his attorney, Yvette Ramos Alvarez. And on the other is his soon-to-be
Oh.
ex-wife. To establish...
She's already got angry female lawyer, the wife.
Is there any other kind?
Well, look at this lawyer on there. She seems fairly nice in this terrible recording. It was recorded on a ham? I don't... Look, y'all, if I can figure out with a fairly reasonable priced Logitech how to have clear, photography, courts, you take all of our daggone money. You can buy like 3 webcams. Start an Only Robes fan. I don't care. Just better audio equipment.
Taylor's total yearly income, a copy of his Social Security earnings statement, has been requested by his wife's attorney.
Now Ms. Kolsky comes back after everything was finished except for the Social Security earnings statements, which he doesn't have.
He gets his Social Security every year indicating.
The earnings statement.
He gets his earnings statement. He gets it. He gets it every year. So she asked for it. Why didn't he provide it?
He doesn't have it.
He threw it away?
I would presume he did.
Oh, come on.
As you can see, Judge Convery is
Oh my
not
gosh,
buying
how
the...
old is that computer? We're gonna have to go back. What in the
Oh,
actual
wow.
monitor is that?
What is this courtroom in like Mayberry? Is that like the
boy.
Mac in the 1990s?
They're like, we've run out of footage, but we need people. Bring back that 80s thing. They'll never notice.
She asked for. Why didn't he provide it?
He doesn't have it.
He threw it away?
I would presume he did.
Oh,
Are
come
you kidding
on.
me?
As you can see, Judge Convery is not buying the dog ate my homework story. So he decides to do a quick courtroom poll to prove his point.
Oh,
So
Lord.
you get it? I get it. You get it? You get it? Everybody gets it. Social Security sends it to your home every year.
Alvarez, however, disagrees based on her own experience.
No, I don't
Okay.
get it.
I'm confused. I mean, it's the government asking the government what you make. Can't the government talk to the government? We have all
You'd
this
think so.
bureaucracy and no efficiency. Just annoying. I'm like, that's where I would be full Dale Gribble and be like, sir, we know that you already have our databases and you've sold them to the China. You know, just
He asked China for it. China.
yeah. Oh Lord. They sent it to my house. Oh,
They sent it to my home 4 years ago. I haven't received it in the last 3.
This is the final moment before Judge
Why do they
Convery
open
says
Social
something
Security?
he'll regret.
Well, when did you become an illegal alien?
And that's when he realized he'd done screwed up. Sir, we can have that kind of talk on Discord, but
That's when he realized an election was coming up.
oh my gosh. He went home and he's like, so sweetheart, remember when we talked about me retiring?
Good news, we're getting that RV.
We're getting retired and we're gonna have to move.
We're gonna, visit
What
the
is
rest
with
of
his
the US.
robe too? Most robes are zipped. He
Button.
is just all out of F's.
Boy, he's exposing himself.
Yeah, you're supposed to be fully in the robe, I thought. I don't know. I feel weird
I feel
about
like he's
this.
naked.
Yeah.
Judge,
Alvarez is taken aback by the judge's comment. Not only is she of Hispanic descent, but she's also the former president of the Hispanic Bar Association of New Jersey.
Oh my god.
Judge,
He's like, I
going to-
peed a little.
that was a totally inappropriate comment.
I didn't mean it. I'm always listen to me.
As Judge Convery tries to backpedal, Alvarez moves forward, right out the door.
Well, you
Wait,
left your
she just left
purse,
her
ma'am.
client?
You left your purse and your client, and he left his pay stubs back when he had a job. I mean, okay, he told an off-color joke, and it was not appropriate, but she is.
I get the point he was trying to make, although in 2022, you don't say that.
What he should have said was that was completely inappropriate. He shouldn't have tried to qualify it, and then he should have just,
Apologized.
yeah, you don't, and then you don't say, "Hey, I'm the judge. I get to be an ass." I mean, I would. Let's be honest. There is a reason God does not give me power, because Mr. Smugly Face in this current case, I'd have said, "Sir, this is a court. You need to button this up. Also, how much was your sleeve? Because you could have paid some child support."
I think the client's going to bring her purse to her after.
The client's like, the
Track her
hell
down.
just happened? Am I still divorced? Can I go out with my new girlfriend now? I'm fairly confused. Ooh.
Then comes the awkward silence.
Well, at least mad lady
Alvarez
lawyer.
returned to the courtroom 10 minutes later, and Judge Convery apologized, but the damage had been
A
done.
little late.
Alvarez later filed a misconduct complaint against Judge
Of
Convery,
course.
which, along with other public complaints, led to a public reprimand by the New.
Okay, look, if there's a history of complaints, he's being a douche. He can't seem to, zip his dress up. Maybe, but I hear mean things every day. I'm on the internet. It's called
Yeah.
life. Now, not mean to the point that you're being harassing, but I mean, there's people don't like that we talk or don't like that we giggle in unrelated things while a trials of horrible things is going on to kind of break that tension. So we all deal with stuff differently, but that was, really pretty much. I mean, again, I don't know this judge. I mean, it looks a bit like night court in there, so I don't know when the big bald guy is going to come in, but just be a little bit
Jersey
less
Supreme Court.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Next, we're in family court in Las Vegas, Nevada. 26-year-old Monica Contreras is here to vacate a temporary restraining order filed against her by her estranged husband.
I can fix her.
The routine hearing lasts just a few minutes, and Contreras' 2-year-old daughter joins her just off camera.
Oh.
So I'm just going to close the case out and dissolve the order.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
But before Contreras is able to leave, courtroom marshal Ron Fox takes her to another room to perform a drug search, while her daughter plays with hearing master Patricia Doninger on the bench.
Okay, girl.
Yeah, I get that, but you know what? When your kid is born, TPO.
Maybe Law Talk with Mike or it's one of those.
I will look for some Manning clips next week in What in the Walmart. But I just between dental appointments and everything. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's what it is. Thank you for translating, chat. But yeah, if I can get some just clear feed of Manning that other creators haven't done, thank you guys. You're my brains. But when you have a kid, your kid becomes your life, and you, ugh, just ugh. I don't know.
Moments later, Contreras is back in the courtroom, but there's a problem. She begins telling the other courtroom marshal that she wasn't comfortable with how the drug search was performed.
What are you alleging that my officer did? Yeah. He said, can I just have you pull up your shirt and show me that there's no drugs in there?
Oh, crap.
That's a good idea. I think I'd rather have
Well, I'll try to figure something out.
Still searching Contreras' purse, Marshal Fox doesn't like what he's hearing.
Okay, so store stands, handcuffed.
Why
Bring
would
her
I
in.
be handcuffed? Why would I be arrested?
Hold on.
For what, sir?
Hold on.
Okay, why would I be arrested? Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me?
Why is she being arrested? She has a short skirt on. I have seen a lot of movies that start out like this. I do wonder if he found something or she just pissed him off.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of looking like pissed off. But maybe she was all showing signs and they found something. Dang it, everyone clipping
Because
Manning.
of false allegations made against the police officer. So.
What?
Making a false allegation against a police officer? In this context, that wouldn't even be a crime in Clark County.
For what?
Hearing master Patricia Doninger turns her back on the situation.
Please tell me. Can you please tell me?
Then, without getting any further explanation of the charges, she asked to have Contreras' daughter removed from the courtroom.
Can we do something with the little girl?
If you could call up Child Haven for me.
Child Haven is the county's child protective services facility.
Hell no. This dude is a dick. Well, Oh, well, I did not think about the prison pocket, did I? No. No, because I normally don't. Yeah, she thought that short skirt was gonna save her. It did not.
I could have pulled it off.
Sal, you would have gotten away. You'd just been like, it's very cold in
I would
here.
have done a Dylan Mulvaney.
Oh,
Want some Bud Light,
That's-
sir?
yeah, but they're doing it in front of the.
In
There's
just
so
a
many
matter
things
of
wrong.
minutes, Contreras went from appearing at a routine court hearing to getting arrested and now having her daughter taken away from her.
You're saying it.
I turn around, I will also have
Okay, stop. What did I do to anyone? Leave me alone, please.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. I don't want to push charges. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it to end.
Jimmy, I got court. I still have to do this, so arrest her. I take the kid. We're done.
Why would you do that to me, sir?
Because you're making false
I'm not making
allegations.
false allegations, officer. Why would you put me in this position? I'm a good person. No, I don't want to deal with this.
False allegations is kind of.
This is what happens when you've never been told no and you've gotten away with the hee all your life. I mean, she is like, no, I can totally talk my way out of this. I have boobs. Did you not notice? Yeah, I mean, what she should have done was be a good mom. And, you know, if she was acting sus, just say, sorry, I was acting sus. I had way too many monsters. Hopefully she didn't have other stuff. And you just do it and you deal with it and you don't make false allegations. Or if you want to make allegations, you go get what is called a lawyer. They are real. They work with the law and they might not get you arrested. I mean, they might. But yeah, this is what happens when girls have never really been told no.
Fine, it was all lies. It was all lies. Let me go home, please.
So
Why would you be arresting me
on
right
record,
now?
on tape, in the courtroom.
I just want to go home, please. I just want to go home, please.
Sounds like Contreras is going to recant her statement about the marshal's inappropriate handling of the drug search. Or maybe not.
That's what happened. You put me in the room and you asked me to lift up my shirt without a witness. You asked me to lift up my shirt without a witness.
As she's handcuffed in front of her young daughter, Contreras singles out hearing master Doninger for seemingly ignoring her pleas for help.
How could you do this to me? How could you what? How could you what? You asked me to pull up my shirt. Leave me alone. I don't want to go to jail. I'm just trying to defend myself. He said, "Can."
Lefty, I believe, yeah. No shirts, no pants, all prison. Lefties.
I'll be a
Can
witness.
you please pull up your shirt without a witness? He said, "Can you please pull up your shirt without a witness?"
Oh, for
Lied. It's on record.
I'm gonna
add these tapes.
Contreras is taken to jail, formally charged with providing false information to a police officer and disturbing the peace. Her daughter's turned over to special services until the girl's father picked her up later that day. 2 months after the incident, Contreras
They're
filed
still
a
waiting for him
complaint
to get
against
back
Marshal
with
Fox,
cigarettes.
claiming
This
that
is
in
what you
addition
do
to
instead of being a raging weirdo in court. You file misconduct allegations with a lawyer.
With the appropriate channels.
Yeah, instead of acting your butt out in front of your daughter. It's just, yeah, seriously, I don't get it. I don't get why you would. Look, y'all, when you become a parent, David was talking about it earlier. I mean, you know, things are supposed to change. And that's why we all kind of do the WTF when people don't have that change. Because it's like, are you new here?
That's why I don't want kids. I don't know if I will change. I'm scared. I mean, I don't like kids.
Yeah, you know, kids aren't. kids aren't right for everyone. Big families aren't right for everyone. There are different ways to have families.
Improper protocol. The officer also groped her breast and buttocks during the drug search. An investigation by Clark County Internal Affairs would validate her claims. She was later awarded $200,000 in a court settlement. As for those...
Okay, well, he is a dick then, y'all.
Wow. I'd let myself get groped for that much.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
Responsible for the
Imagine all the
courtroom
computers
injustice,
I could buy.
the
Or
perpetrator, Marshal Ron
Well,
Fox, was
let's be
fired
honest, a personal
immediately
assistant.
following the investigation. Marshal James
Yeah, just
Kenyon
being
was later
honest,
relieved
Lefty.
of his duties, and hearing master Patricia Doninger was out 2 years later after the video went public. Next, we're down under for a hearing in Adelaide, Australia.
Excited. Where are you?
I know. She's probably sleeping. I got back from Vegas 4 months ago.
Okay, let's. Well, wait, isn't it morning for her? I'm so.
Oh yeah, it's probably like 7.
I was like, I can't even know where my time zone is sometimes.
There is that.
Well, there is no prouder moment than when your child says their first curse word in context. You know, like 2-year-old, their sippy cup, and they're like, damn it. And you're like, good context.
When I was 2, my
But
dad
people will
handed
think
me-
mommy's a bad mommy, so don't do that in public.
I think there's a photo of me when I was like 2. My dad's holding me. I'm holding his empty beer can and a cigarette in my hand.
The 80s.
92, but
Well, the early 90s.
yes.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and, TGI Fridays with Boy Meets World.
Daniel Nicholson, a 35-year-old father of 4, has been out on bail awaiting trial for weapons charges.
I'm confused. I thought this fake land that we all agree was real
I need to find
didn't have any pew-pews. I have been lied to.
Today, he's in court to find out whether
Oh God, we need a
magistrate
bullpen for our defendants. Just a plexiglass like bullpen.
Connor will allow him to remain out on pretrial release.
I revoke bail. I revoke bail. No, you can stop.
Apparently surprised by the ruling, Nicholson turns to his attorney.
This is Aussie Overlord.
But before he gets an answer, Magistrate O'Connor shuts down the conversation.
Take a seat. Take the seat.
Good night, Baker.
Please, miss. I'll tell you what please, miss is.
Just moments later, perhaps realizing he's about to be locked up, Nicholson decides to bail himself out of the situation.
Well, if his pants were just pulled up, he could have made it. Well, he did in fact make it.
No, maybe his belt broke and he's using an Ethernet cord as a belt.
Oh.
Not that I've ever done that.
Inside what's known as the dock, Nicholson steps up onto a table and delivers a punch to one officer as he tries to restrain him. After slipping through their fingers, he's able to get one foot on top of the divider and launch himself onto a nearby table and then into the arms
No,
of
he
this
fell.
officer.
Okay, sir, this is like that is like when The Office did parkour. Okay. His pants did indeed fail him, and his mom now gets to see his ass again.
Lucky her.
You know, days like this that make a mother proud.
It's
He
our
was
prison.
just like, He was like, I give up. The pants are coming off. It was a floor is lava. Doesn't everyone play that? Come on now.
With the courtroom descending into chaos, a woman makes a plea on Nicholson's behalf.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay,
But as he
I
continues,
know they're acting like this is way big old shenanigans, but I mean, that's
just
what the
waiting.
bailiffs are there for. There's a whole lot of skinny pants in Australia this
I was
year.
just waiting to hear taser, taser, taser.
Yeah, that's often the case, isn't it? We women sometimes don't, well, we people sometimes don't pick the best partners.
Sometimes.
to push his way toward the door, more officers pile on before he can make it there.
It would help if they had bailiffs under the age of 70. It's family court. You better have, like, bouncers from a very respectable
From Roadhouse.
women's I know. Good Lord. Don't have the a That'd be hilarious. Let's see what he got in the land of the future.
Later pleaded guilty to attempting to escape
I think he was
custody.
attempting to escape
counts of
custody.
recklessly causing harm to a prescribed emergency worker.
He probably did do
He
that.
admitted to
but-
being under the influence of crystal meth at the time, saying he was just, quote, freaked out.
Well,
Nicholson was
I mean,
sentenced to 21
as you are, you know, you tend to be a little freaked out when you're on the good old method acting drugs. Okay, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I thought the particular side effects of that drug made you very slender.
You'd
Is he
think
new
so.
to it?
Maybe.
Or maybe
I don't
I'm
know. My
thinking of
brother
something
was.
else.
My brother's like 6 foot tall, and he was 120 pounds when he was arrested on meth.
I don't know.
It's
a
not good.
sucktastic thing, and there's no good detox for it, from what
No.
I've heard from other friends and stuff that have gone and known people.
months in
It's just-
prison with parole eligibility after 1 year. As for the original weapons charge, he pled guilty and was ordered to pay a $320 fine.
She was revoking his bail for a $320 fine.
Good Lord.
Australia is crazy. They are right, because everyone remembers that it's the prison colony, but they also sent their jailers. Apparently, y'all just love jailers. Good Lord. Does he have a new nose now? I mean,
I don't know. I would hope
look,
so.
I don't know.
He was
There's
live
a
on
lot.
air one time when his nose like basically collapsed, and his
I have
blood was
heard of
pouring.
that. I don't want to see. I do and don't want to see that. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Lady Autumn Sky. Yes, be careful. Don't chat while driving. I'm pretty sure it's illegal in most places and unsafe.
Next, we head to a
the Zoom
virtual
calls.
bond hearing in Fort
I have
Lauderdale, Florida.
self-driving car.
Judge
Oh, in
Tabitha
Florida.
Blackman presiding.
Demetrius. 17 and a half.
How old is she?
That's what I'm saying.
And why
I
is
feel
her?
like she's like a daughter's age. It's been
I
a
feel like I'd pick her up in a bar.
I think she'd get carded in a bar.
Lewis on page 26.
The defendant is Demetrius Lewis, who appears remotely.
How you doing? How you doing?
They couldn't
All
do
right,
better
I'm
with
Victor.
a
How are
green.
you?
They couldn't get a real green screen.
In my duct tape prayer and holy water setup here, I have a good background. I just would like you court people to feel. Yeah, Yeah, it's take your kids to work day. I don't get it, but I'm
Mock
here
court
for it. You
in
know, junior
sophomore
court.
year.
Well, let's see what this young man in this
Lewis
wonderful
is
green
charged with
screen.
possession of an illegal substance and attempted burglary, a felony which could send him to prison for 5 years.
But he didn't complete the
But
burglary,
today he's
so
got
I mean,
other things on his mind besides his legal situation.
Judge,
Sir,
you're
you
so
have your
gorgeous,
mask.
Judge. I just have to tell you, you're gorgeous.
Aw.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
With the entire Zoom watching, Lewis makes a not so subtle play for the judge.
Sal, did you?
Notice the reactions from the other parties, including prosecutor Eric Linder.
Judge, you're so gorgeous, Judge. I just have to tell you, you're gorgeous.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
This guy's a player.
Everyone's got to have. Oh gosh, who? Everyone's got to have that one guy that just rains on your parade. He's trying to get a woman. And the
This
other
is
guy's
the black
just
version of me. I'd do this.
probably. You'd be like, Judge, you know, I'm not going to be
Ooh.
free for a year or so, but when I'm out,
You want to get some
halfway
martinis?
house, you and me.
We got
Hey,
a
it is
10
a
p.m.
strategy.
curfew, Dave.
It's a strategy. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it's going to work out for him.
Nicholas
have a
Cruz should have
feeling-
done that.
Gonna
Maybe
duck,
Lewis's
dodge,
charm
dive,
will
and
help his
try.
cause.
All right, Mr. Lewis.
Remember when
Flattery
Daryl
will
Brooks
get you
started
everywhere,
trying to flirt with the
but maybe
judge?
not here.
Or maybe not. Judge Blackman remains focused on moving forward with the case.
The
No,
court
Lefty.
finds probable cause
Here's
on
Luna
count
when we
1,
need her.
burglary, occupied dwelling, unarmed. Count 2, possession of MDMA ecstasy.
She then asks the state for its recommendation.
Your Honor, I'm recommending a $7,500 bond, no victim contact, no return. Noting the allegations, Your Honor, there were 3 children present in the home that Mr. Lewis was attempting to break into.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Linder.
This man is the greatest lawyer to have ever lawyered. Objection. I was not in a house with children that I know of. Also, you still really look pretty.
I hadn't broken into the house yet, so how would I know if there were 3 kids there?
It wasn't attempted. Like, I didn't even get inside. They had hurricane windows and everything.
I mean, if you break into a house with kids in it, but you don't know if there's kids in there because you haven't broken in. I mean, how can that be?
I
used
mean, they
against
didn't have like a sign, beware of children.
I know. Gosh.
I want to get that sign.
I'll
Actually,
Lewis
beware of
objects,
wife.
but the judge moves on to the defense and then renders her decision.
I'll engrave one for you.
She sets his bond at $5,000, which is significantly better than the $7,500 requested by the prosecution.
I have
You're
to look
gorgeous.
up. Is Florida one of the states where you have to do the entire amount in cash, or are they a 10% state?
I think Wisconsin. I know Wisconsin is. You have to do the whole amount. I'm not sure about Florida.
I have a feeling Florida is like, look, sir, you're going to have to get out of here. We got like 8 more people that rode a crocodile. Thank you guys. Yeah, this is fun. It's a lot more fun than the
Yeah.
trial that we were watching. And, you know, I know that cop, it was inappropriate and everything, but dude just got fried right there. Like the jury is like, can we deliberate now, Your Honorness? We need nothing else.
Yeah, you don't want to be convicted in Wisconsin for anything. For such a liberal state, they're really hard on crime.
So, the prosecutor wanted 7,500, and I guess the the defendant said you're beautiful, and she knocked off. Well, he could have said
Hey.
she was gorgeous again and gotten another 2,500 knocked off.
I know. I'm gonna have to remember that.
I think it was bond.
Yeah, but I don't know if they use the terms kind of interchangeably.
Yeah.
I've never been arrested.
Where is
so.
Steve Gosney when we need him? I'm sure he would join this degenerate, stream.
Yeah.
He'd be like, let's talk about Jesus. And we're like, we were just making fun of like recipes of Bart Halderson's dad.
Gonna make some Bartwurst.
Next, we're in Charleston, West Virginia for a pretrial hearing.
Oh, West Virginia.
I don't remember. I think it was someone. come up with that one.
T. Eldon. Henry T. Eldon.
Henry T. Eldon is in the courtroom, but he is refusing the magistrate's order to come forward to the defendant's table.
Oh dear Lord, Dale, gribble me up. Give me a Winnebago with a bug on top of it. This is gonna be awesome.
A cockroach.
Yeah, whatever Dale had on the Bugbago. I may watch way too much King of the Hill.
Get up here in this seat right now.
That's right, the judge called him thrice. Eldon is facing multiple charges, including fraudulent official proceedings and fraudulent service of indebtedness related to falsely filing claims with the court. Today, he's joined in the courtroom by a friend who's recording the proceedings on his cell phone and getting involved himself.
Land boat
Okay?
time.
Okay, what I'm saying is, he is present, and he's chosen not to step up there. He's asking not for an appointed lawyer. He doesn't need an attorney.
So you're acting in the
What?
I'm not
What is
acting.
lawyer dominatrix boots? We need to and back in and go.
I'm saying this, he is present, and he's chosen
look
not
at
to step up.
lawyer
He's asking not for an appointed lawyer. He doesn't need an
dominatrix
attorney.
boots just hustling her butt out.
I'm not
She's like,
acting.
we are going to
I'm
get
a
the
witness.
police.
This is American
She's gonna bring
National.
out the whip.
American
Yes,
National is another nod to the sovereign citizen movement, both he and the defendant identify with. Eventually,
Okay.
Eldon does respond to the magistrate, Ward Harshbarger, but still refuses to
You
come
need the
forward.
conspira hat.
You need to get the dominatrix in there to order him around.
Okay, well, get up in
All
your
right,
seat
the
now.
Uno
You can
reverse
wait for that.
conspiracy hat.
You have some preliminary thing.
We're all waiting for the court reporter to be.
Do it now. All right, this is State versus Henry T. Eldon Jr. Mr. Eldon, I need to have a seat at the defendant's table.
For the record, I'm
Shut
a
up and
witness.
sit down. Sit
Do you not
down.
wish that Judge, oh God, Dora would have just said, God, I wish you would have just gone Burkowski on. Look, dude, I'd have gone Burkowski on him for a minute. You will sit the hell down and you will respect this court, sir.
Natalie Wisco was talking with the public defender of Edgecombe, who tried the case with the Ivory, and they were deciding what Borowski would have done with Daryl Brooks, and they both just decided he would not have let him represent himself.
Yeah, I can see the first thing. I believe that I am better equipped than my lawyer. Look, I'm going to stop you right there, sir. No, this is my courtroom. It may be old. It may be decrepit. The tech may be a piece of crap, but you will respect.
And that's the best thing I can say about the tech. It's awful. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing.
And I love that prosecutor because he goes through the amount of Diet Cokes me and my kidney failure go through. All right, we got the conspira hat on. Let's go.
Seemingly getting more aggravated, the magistrate turns to his courtroom deputy for assistance.
The dominatrix lawyer to discipline him.
For F's sake, they have a sovereign citizen and they bring in like Billy, the 12-year-old. What is up with like underage workers in this show? Oh, really?
I'll have to go back and look. That'd be amazing. God, if only he'd drawn Borowski.
Oh, I know. But then Borowski would have died of a stroke. Let's be very real. He'd have just, I smell toast.
Oh. The Ivory Lamar just kept throwing up his paralegal, his
You may
representative.
have a seat right there. You may have a seat right there.
Eldon finally gets up to the stand before the judge, but it won't be for long.
You are going to be held in contempt.
Can the dominatrix lawyer be the one who
Okay,
gives the
they finally
punishment?
got someone who was bald and there's the 12-year-old. I know. She established a pattern where she let him try to talk back.
And flirt
What?
with her.
Oh gosh, who was the one that we were just talking about? Mason. No, the other judge, the female judge who was like a Marine, and Manning. Manning would have set him straight. She'd be like, "We're not doing this. I tell you what to do, or you go to the hole. I don't care."
You go to the naughty room.
But yeah, but Dora was like, "Well, decorum is a word that we use when we want to respect the things." And oh gosh, what was the number that it was? An 801-2 or something.
Oh yeah.
No, you don't negotiate with douchebaggery. You simply I know. Truth. But let's keep the conspira hat is on, so let's see what's going on here.
And who are you? And do you have a warrant, a signed warrant?
I have a warrant. I've just been made aware by the judge that he wants me to take you into custody for obstructing judicial process.
Could you not be chewing gum?
But before the
Bobby.
magistrate had the defendant arrested and cuffed, he pulls a final move out of every parent's playbook and counts to 3.
One. Have a seat. 2.
2.
Have a seat.
2.5.
Hey, Indigo.
I would like
We
to
are
see,
so
and I have
we are watching. I'll try, but so far we've got Judge 1, 2, 3 right now, and we're missing
2.5. 2 3/4.
We are watching and commenting and transforming A&E. The most viewed moments of 2022. It's been fun. We had a fake cop who was about 12. Let's see, we had...
Don't exaggerate. He was 13.
Yeah, he got like a year in prison because he was faking being a cop. Why? Just and the terminology for fake coppery is wanker, and I will now use this forever and a day because I was using oh gosh, Super Trooper Ramathorn.
I'm gonna go be a wanker. I'm gonna go.
Dude didn't even have like a star badge on or any like a whole
I know,
belt.
like a star you get in like a box of Fruit Loops.
It was hilariously cringe.
information to present. I don't know how I'm instructing.
Here's the pause, Farrell. Now you can clip that
Ooh.
for science. And I conveniently left his face out. The important bits are still there, though.
The important bits.
Again, locked in a stalemate, the magistrate decides to just get down to business.
How do you plead?
I would like to see your oath of office. I'd like to see your letter accepting and acknowledging your office. And I would like to see the same for the prosecuting attorney. And you know the names of everyone in this room. I need.
Is the state going to show itself? Is the state of West Virginia going to come up here in this particular courtroom? Also, do you accept for value in return for value?
Great, Linda's trying to make me jealous.
Oh my goodness.
That before I understand what's going on, sir.
So the answer, and I will answer for him, is not guilty.
Sir, he's also
I
going to be a
haven't made any
ventriloquist
plea,
in
nor should
jail.
you.
All
Just
right.
I don't accept that.
not that
I
way.
don't accept anything that's
Whether
happened
you
today.
accept it or not,
I
Mr.
did not
Brown,
take your own
it's
position.
Scorching out. Court is adjourned.
The court wouldn't confirm the details, but according to Eldon, he did not appear for his next court hearing and was arrested on a bench warrant and served 2 weeks in jail. He also says the original fraudulent service and fraudulent official proceedings charges against him were later dropped.
Well,
I'm a third
let's
party
see. Maybe we'll have
intervener.
another soft
Next,
sit.
we're in Bakersfield, California for the arraignment of Tobias Roman.
Oh,
there.
what?
The 27-year-old was charged with multiple
I have
crimes.
a question. That's what the veins look like in 20 days after. Is this the start
That's a
of the zombie
tattoo,
apocalypse?
right?
God, I hope so. Otherwise, y'all in medical, there's something really, really wrong with this guy.
He is handsome, Lefty. I'd ask him out.
You know, nothing says Harvard graduate like neck and face tattoo.
I hope it's a tattoo. Otherwise, we're going to have another pandemic.
Otherwise, he's falling into that god-awful Iron Man 2 thing where he was dying of unobtainium something or other poisoning.
Get back from a trip to Wuhan medical lab.
Yeah, this is God, I hope that's okay. Attempted robbery, threatening with intent to terrorize, exhibiting a deadly weapon. That makes the most sense because the board would pick out this particular gentleman for his excellence.
Your value will be added to us.
He was the first choice. He really was. He was like, you know what?
Your biological distinctiveness will be added to our own.
A1.
Including attempted robbery, threatening with attempt to terrorize, and exhibiting a deadly weapon for allegedly stalking a female employee at a shopping mall.
Isn't threatening with intent to terrorize just parenting for the most part? Or your child and you're with your parents? Honestly, some days it feels like that. Not to undersell, having children.
Yeah, thanks.
But
You're supposed to be convincing me to do it.
it's fun, but some days it's. Imagine dealing with a belligerent. Okay, so some days your 2-year-old's gonna do one of these things, where they're like, "No," and you're like, "No, I created you. I think you. What are we not getting here? Are you new?" And they're gonna say no. And you're gonna be like, "I'm pretty sure I sprayed holy water on you in the morning. Why are you possessed by Satan?" Yeah, he doesn't look like he's going to be nimbly bimbly, if you will.
I think he was in her attic.
Probably.
Does she have an OnlyFans?
Well, no, under her stairs. Do you see the Harry Potter taped glasses? He is. He's like, but I was gonna be a wizard.
Like if Dobby and Harry reproduced.
And now his initial hearing is off to a rocky start.
Stand up, Roman.
Sir,
What's on
you
his
are
pants
all of 18 damn pounds. And I'm gonna need you to put some bass in your voice. Or else what? When I can get into
puberty yet.
When I can get to a deeper octave than you can. I'm just saying, no one. I know. Do you see the eyebrow? Do we see the eyebrow on this particular deputy? Like, is he for cereal?
Kim has a crush on this guy.
The judge then asks a standard procedural
And they weigh more
question.
too.
Mr. Roman, what is your true and correct name?
Tobias, my first name. That's it. Giggles or Tobias. That's it. Don't call me nothing else.
Giggles may be his street name.
Giggles makes
What the hell did you do, and how terribly that you're like the Joker? You know, he's scary. Giggles? I mean, unless you are in Lilo and Stitch and you are Agent Cobra Bubbles with the same physique, it ain't gonna work. Yeah, also, could we just not sag our pants? I mean, I don't.
You're not
It's
black,
not.
sir. Sorry,
Well, no, it's more like you're real skinny, so I don't. This time it might honestly be that his pants cannot stay up, but it's just, ugh, it's not a good look.
But there's nothing
That and
funny
you
about
can't
the crimes
run
he's
when
accused
committing
of committing.
crimes. I'm just trying to look out for you, sir. You're gonna break your
I'm
leg.
trying to look out for the rest of society. We don't want to see that.
Are attempted robbery.
It's all right, it's all
second
right,
degree. Hey,
bro.
Mr. Roman, you need to be quiet.
Yeah, you need to be quiet.
After being interrupted,
Why
and then
does his hair look like he did spray on hair? Like the black spray that you get for Halloween?
Looks like
That
he
does
gave
not look
himself a
real.
haircut.
Oh, crud.
Judge Charles Bremer
Whoa.
gives the
That looks like a young Borowski.
In rewind, we're gonna run the record back. Oh crap! I overran the record fast.
Once on his feet, the judge then asks a standard procedural
Yes, it
question.
does look like a young Borowski.
What is your true and correct name? Tobias, my first name. That's it. Giggles or Tobias. That's it. Don't call me nothing else.
Giggles may be his street name.
Did he shave one of his
funny,
daggone eyebrows off? Because it looks like he has another one on the other side.
You should draw it on.
What in the actual... Sir, what is going... I need the backstory on this. As a judge, I'd be like, okay, we're still going to go to sentencing and all, but the neck tattoo, what the hell is it? And or do you have rabies? I need to know just for shots, okay?
Are you an extra in Resident Evil?
Yeah, I was like, is it 21 days or 28 days after?
The crimes he's accused of committing.
This time I will appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Roman. The charges, Mr. Roman, are attempted robbery.
I love that he's you know, kind of disappointed he gets a public defender. Imagine being the public defender. You have Giggles this time.
God bless Steve Gosney.
It's the worst white elephant present ever.
Mr. Roman, you need to be quiet.
Yeah, you need to be quiet.
Oh, his glasses were broken,
and told to
so he
be
taped them
quiet.
together.
Judge Charles
That's why I
Bremer
said he was a
gives the
Harry
defendant
Potter.
a final warning.
Wow, I did not
You get
catch
one
that.
more chance, and then you're going to be removed from the courtroom.
Oh, he's got a face tattoo.
For a second, it appears Giggles might quiet down, but his silence is short-lived.
All right, he's a Slytherin.
But as he's being led out of the courtroom, Roman gets in the last word.
Oh, well, that is a lot unlegal, if you will.
Public defender, Your Honor, could you please recuse yourself? You might be prejudiced
Your Honor,
by this.
yeah. Somehow that was the funniest thing about Borowski and the Theodore Edgecombe. Like, maybe not accuse your judge of, you know, inherent and blatant racism before your case.
All because he was friends with Bruce Schroeder. Get somebody else to do it. Don't do it yourself.
Just, oh, yay!
Yay!
All right, guys, if you are just coming in, we are doing fun stuff. We are doing A&E's most viewed moments of 2022. This is transformative and commentary, so suck it, A&E. I mean, legal stuff and such. And as you can see, I had, well, it was supposed to be a tamer red, but now I look like the Little Mermaid. And don't say it, Salvador.
I wasn't going to. I learned my lesson.
So I'm working with it now. I kind of like it, but I think I'll like it better when I put the blonde in as per usual. Thank you guys. Yeah, it came out a color and I was like, well, it's just hair. All right. So this particular person is named Giggles. That is his actual legitimate street name.
His legal name.
Because don't you dare.
I won't.
We have Rumble for that. Yeah.
The judge heard that comment loud and clear.
I'd like to note for the record, Mr. Roman's statement on the record that he will murder me if he sees me. I'm going to request law enforcement to take the appropriate action.
He's like, what are you gonna do? It's a Wednesday. They have a case of the Mondays.
That guy was way too nerdy to be so violent.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. Twitter me on the thing, and we'll set something up because definitely feel like there is a lot more Walmart to be found.
Yeah, we can make this a throuple.
Yeah. But not tonight. So we have storms moving through. It's just been 2 days with 6 people getting dental appointments.
And tornadoes.
Thanks, Indigo. Yeah, it was supposed to be a subtle red, but I forget that I'm naturally blonde, so whatever I put in takes.
Wait, Luna, your
a
hair is
lo-
red? Because, wow, never mind.
Yeah, and I did so kind of a little bit of a brag just for 1 second. So, uh in January, 3 days, Lefty, I'm going to on purpose mute you, even though like on he can say it on Twitter.
I'll say it in the Discord.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, truth. But we get to see butter carved like things. And who doesn't want to see a butter statue? But I was able to do the rower for 5 minutes. Now, was that a good idea? Probably not with storms coming in. But I was able to tolerate it, so
Tobias Roman
I did
later
run
pled
up.
no
So,
contest to
y'all, gotta love those inspirational things that you put on your little like Facebook to like, your fitness journey isn't a page, it's a book, or it's not a step, it's a marathon. Me running upstairs, okay, hobbling fastly upstairs, like, do I have an app yet? Like, I haven't eaten bad for like 2 weeks. I should at least have one, right? Like,
the charge of threatening a public official and was sentenced to 8 months in prison.
yeah, it was really smoky.
Of his original charges, all were dismissed except for threatening with intent to terrorize. He pled no contest and was sentenced to 3 years in prison.
Dun, dun.
Would you say you found out?
All right, Nelson Walker.
That's how I show
There you
up
are.
to court.
Next, we're in Miami-Dade County, where Nelson Walker is charged with a crime where
this
the
judge is a
evidence
Karen.
may be, as they say in the law, in plain view.
All right, you're charged with stealing a Dolphin jersey.
And I was going to say dolphin.
I give up. I give up. Humanity is lost. Please send in the plague and a meteor immediately. Let the cats take over. We have done a terrible, terrible
Junior,
job.
say hi.
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
He's like,
Hi.
I will eat you if you don't feed me on time.
He deserves his wedding for that.
You know what? I would let him go.
Judge
This is
Ward
why I'm
seems a
not
bit
judge, 'cause
suspicious of the
this is balls.
situation, and when she begins asking
appreciate
Walker
it.
about the Dolphins jersey he's wearing,
Honestly,
he's got
like
an
his
answer.
gumption.
This ain't the one, young. It's so lit that I ain't took.
No, I have the other one at home, Your Honorness. I swear to God. You know what?
That's honestly badass.
I'm telling you, she's thinking about it. She's like, you know what? It's a gutsy move. It's a gutsy. She's definitely. I would be, but this is why I'm not a judge, and I live on the internet.
That's clever.
I ain't took down jersey.
Walker first insists the Dolphins jersey he's wearing is not the one he allegedly stole.
He's a really big Dolphins fan.
Then claims he didn't steal a jersey at all.
It's so on that I ain't took no jersey. I ain't took down jersey.
Okay, I am all of 5.5 because I just can't get over. Okay, I am a terrible person. I'm going to hell, but his eyes are iguana-ing, and I can't.
He hasn't slept in 14 months.
Oh my gosh,
He
yeah.
looks like George Soros.
Oh, he's had a hard life, and he likes the Dolphins. Sports ball.
I mean, at least he's a fan. You gotta give him credit
Yeah,
for
you
that.
know, I mean, that's what he is trying his very best to
Are they any
be.
good? The Dolphins? I mean,
Ask chat.
last year I wouldn't have stolen a D-backs jersey, but maybe this year.
I'm sorry, you guys, but we'll all get into purgatory and we'll be so loud that God will just have to invite us into heaven, but our own personal one for loud and mouthy. He has 360 vision.
He's like a lizard. Got
Mine
eyes on the
husband's gonna be
sides of
like,
his head too.
I told the pastor to subscribe to you. And we're like, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Guess we're Jewish now.
And turns to the public defender for his take.
I have to get circumcised.
But he decides to raise an issue regarding an inconsistency on the police report.
Public defender.
As to Mr. Walker, respectfully, Your Honor, I'm going to be raising a probable cause.
As to what?
As to this being a felony, because the allegations are an observation of observing the defendant and co-defendant put on a dolphin hats. The officer says a, and then says hats, so there's an issue as to whether it's two hats or one hat.
Walker seems on board with the public defender's approach.
Considering how expensive these
Officer
jerseys
says
are nowadays,
a,
it could
and
be a
then it says
felony.
hats, so there's an issue as to whether it's two hats or one hat.
Despite the semantics issue, the judge orders Walker, who has 29 prior felonies on his record, held on $5,000 bond. Weeks later, Miami-Dade prosecutors declined to press charges against Walker, and he's released. But the
Look at
judge
his
did
eye.
order Walker to stay away from the Dolphin Stadium.
Lazy eye.
Perhaps not seeing his beloved.
Please. I hate. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I mean, good public defender for noticing that no one was reading the actual.
Yeah, I mean that's. I don't know.
I can already tell these are going to be one of my favorite streams, like type of streams, because
of a team play in person is punishment enough.
Okay.
This is,
Can I still have hot
it
wings?
wasn't number
'Cause-
15, it was number 20.
Oh,
Next,
no.
we're in Berea Municipal Court. The defendant, 21-year-old Milton Watts, has turned himself in after a warrant was issued for him.
Damn it with the eyes again. What the? Okay, that's it. I need government funding to do a study to see if your eyes do this, if you are more criminally inclined. It's not exactly phrenology, which was the head shape thing, but they're seeing if the squirrels can do like treadmill running or stuff. You know, I need government money. I am a for-profit charity, damn it. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna be
His arrest for failure to
cringe-hilarious.
appear on a domestic violence charge.
Ugh.
You were supposed to be here last month. You did not appear. Why weren't you here?
My mom didn't show up. Somebody died in the family. There was no reason for me to be here.
Well, it's not an engraved invitation, son.
Oh, also, when I'm not a late person, every episode will have a coloring page fully done. Okay, look, I am like my kids with my homework. I'm going to get it done next week. Of the People of Walmart coloring book. You can, in fact, get a People of Walmart coloring book like I did last year for my birthday because my husband just lets me buy what I want. And he's like, I bought you what for your birthday? Okay, I'm just saying, guys, if you need to laugh, okay, it's on my Amazon wish list, mostly for bad pain days, but they have a foam chaise lounge, which is apparently ostensibly for yoga, but if you read the reviews, there are some shenanigans that that people are writing about. So if you need to brighten your day, I'm just saying, go look at foam chaise lounge on the Amazons. The reviews are hilarious because kid unaliving trials stink balls. Yes, so every day, Mr. Mo will be trying to put up my giant murder cabinet. It is a legitimate cabinet with like cork board flap doors, flaps, whatever. He's gonna have to put it up. He says something about um making sure it's got support or something. It's heavy. I don't listen. Mr. Mo wears his little, construction carpenter belt thingy. Yeah, we'll just not go there. But just saying, guys, construction is sexy. Let's see why this gentleman feels that he does not have to be at court because, his T-shirt is telling me he's got a plan.
It's a court order.
Things are clearly off to a rocky start between Watts and Judge Chris Green. But Watts seems comfortable handling the situation on his own.
Your attorney withdrew, so you'll have to hire an attorney?
I don't need an attorney.
Oh, this
You're a
is going to
lawyer?
go swimmingly.
Unfortunately for Watts, his grasp on
Okay, well, we are back to Sovereign Citizen Pro Se Conspirahat. It is the Uno Reverse Conspirahat. Let's see how this goes for our brave Pro Se Citizen.
the legal process seems spotty at best.
You want to talk to me about me at bond with me? What do you want to tell me?
About what?
Bond?
I don't know you, sir.
Judge Green, who's known for his no-nonsense style, doesn't seem particularly receptive to the attitude.
That's going to cost you 30 days in the county jail for contempt. Cuff him if you got the cuffs.
Again, why are the bailiffs 873? Hello. We are just watching this lovely pro se defendant, and since he is pro se and or sovereign citizen, we have the Conspirahat, the Uno reverse on your legal lawful law. Look, husbands, I'm just telling you, fix something, do some dishes. I mean, look, you might, it'll work. Well, he was having a bad day and he kind of told him to screw off. If I was a judge and people told me to screw off, well, the amount of papers I would make them write about obscure, ridiculous stuff, like
maybe the judge's
invention
wife
of
just
spam.
He didn't get laid last night because the wife had a headache.
Yeah, but the papers I would make them write. Oh,
hold on. It's $5,000 cash surety bond, subject to the temporary protection order.
Watt's remarks have already cost him dearly. And now he doubles down.
He just swore at the judge. Can I give you a piece of advice?
What?
You can either make life easy or you can make life hard.
I already ruined my life.
That's 60. You want to go for 90? That's 90 more. That's 180. That's 360.
Now I gotta come here and my life up. You.
No, and stop.
How many days you want to give me now? Are you sir counting?
No.
Yeah, I'm at about a year right now in contempt, so.
no,
Watts' mother
Mom,
insisted.
No, mother. No. Your son is an adult. He made a choice. It was a bad one. It was a terrible, I mean, it's hilarious because he went in flip-flops and probably has a wife beater under that t-shirt. So he went in knowing prison was probably the option. But ma'am, the reason he is acting like he is now is because you've always come in there and helicopter parented. No, sir made his bed. Sir can sleep in it.
Attempt to intervene, but there is no stopping the foul-mouthed tyrant.
Okay.
I don't care.
I just got my mic room,
Everybody. You.
and it included PTFE for
And this mom will be right there to pay his books, to get him little Debbies, to get him all the stuff.
paying
write him
$100 a month for
letters.
phone calls.
Yeah. You know what? I love my kids, love them to death, but they want to show their butts out when they're an adult. You make your choices. Look, everyone done screwed up in their 20s, and we showed our butts one way or the other to some degree, and our parents had to let us, eat gravel basically and fall. Ma'am, let him do that. This is life advice from Oh, I know, I'd still be in a coma. My mom would've, y'all would have been visiting Mo in the ICU.
Stop it. You don't even get in trouble.
I'd still be naturally blonde.
Who the f is he to tell me anything?
Deputies and other court staff quickly arrive at the courtroom for backup.
Just let him do what he's not going to do anything.
Did that mom just say, let him do what he wants, ma'am? Yes, sweetheart, come here. Your son is a dick because you've let him get away with it. For seriousness, I'm telling you, I would be on like milk cartons. People would have never found me if I tried to do that with my mom.
Despite the judge going all the way up to 360 days in the heat of the moment, once Watts calmed down, the judge ultimately decided to reduce the sentence to 90 days in jail, or 4 days per four-letter word. For the initial domestic violence charge he was originally in court for, he later pled no contest and was sentenced to...
I can't imagine him, doing some weird domestic violence stuff. That calm gentleman who just cursed out everyone in the vicinity, not that man. It would be like the Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5 movie. Telling you what.
5 days in jail. Next, we go to a hearing in Breckinridge County, Kentucky, where the defendant is not typically the one standing before the judge. The accused is Todd Pate, the former sheriff of Breckinridge County.
Ooh.
He's charged with assault, operating under the influence, his second offense, criminal mischief, and leaving the scene of an accident. A year earlier, while driving his personal vehicle,
he still came in without a lawyer. He already knows cops are gonna screw you. He's like, I got it. I guess I'm so removed from LA. I don't think that anyone actually really lives there. It's just like a movie set, but it's good to remember that people do actually live there. And I don't mean that as a dig or anything. It's like New York. It's so foreign. But also, yes, sir, where is your lawyer? They protect you from
Pate
cops.
allegedly caused a crash, injuring 4
people. You should know
people.
this.
He then left the scene. When he was arrested later that night, his blood alcohol level was nearly twice the legal limit.
That's a lot of
Pate was
schnapps.
released on bond and later retired from the sheriff's office.
Retired.
Today, the 51-year-old
That's a
took
nice way
court
of
to
putting
change
it.
his plea from not guilty to guilty, a decision he's already agreed to in writing. This will allow him to serve just 75 days in jail versus a possible sentence of up to 15 years if he went to trial and was found guilty of all charges. To make it official, all he has to do is say the words to Judge Janet Crocker.
At this time, is it your desire to change your plea from not guilty to guilty?
Do I have to answer that yes or no, or can I make somewhat of a statement?
That is a yes or no answer, sir.
Will I have the opportunity to say anything further?
If it is your intention to change your plea from not...
You are not the pastor, sir. You are not the pastor. You don't get to say anything at the lectern. Also, you guys, so in future, I will be completing one of the People of Walmart pages for every episode and framing it and putting it somewhere on the wall of shenanigans, because the photos in there are just awesome, and they go. I've never been, and maybe when I was younger I would go, but it seems like a nice place from afar. I'd visit, I wouldn't maybe live there. Now, the wine valley. Well, as long as you got your Mountain Dew, you're okay. And good on you wearing a bikini out in public.
Thank you. It really reinforced my femininity.
It's always the boobs you wanna see, every single
Exactly.
time.
What color is your bra? No.
Well, no, I haven't finished it because like my children try to tell me the night before at 9 o'clock when they need a poster board for school.
Oh,
I
God.
had meant to do it, but I got busy.
I was visiting my niece, and she told me the day before she had a huge science project due, and she wanted to use LED. Babu, God damn it. Stop scratching the couch.
You know what? You're ready for kids. That you can't control them. 'em, they're just like cats, they'll probably eat you if you
Yeah.
die or they off you, Chandler.
Anyways, yeah, so she wanted to do this project where she powered LED lights with light bulbs. And that was the moment I found out Radio Shack had closed. And I go around town, finally find Christmas LED lights. So I chop them up, reuse the parts. The lights don't power on, but I get a multimeter and start measuring the voltage of it all the day before her project is due. Anyways, she won an award for that project that I did.
Salvador, I also have stuff to brew. I make pretty good cranberry wine, and Mr. Mo doesn't drink, so really the entire jug has to go before it becomes vinegar. And I learned I can futz with I can sort of fake that I know math, and I will be able to do a keto wine, which I'll still cut with Diet Sprite. So really, I mean, I am an adult. Yes, there is a People of Walmart. Let me find it. Okay. Where did I put my book when I thought I wasn't going to be a hot mess? Past me always thinks future me is going to have my life in order, but this is on Amazon. It was the best birthday gift I got for myself last year, and I just have not had the time to pull it out. Believe me, I made action cards for my son because he had to do a get to know me original project, and I kept telling him, I kept asking him what did we get on that? I was like, I bought daggone comic book pins, damn it. I want an A.
Do you know how hard I worked on this?
I swear to God, the teacher had to know 90% of all of this crap was parents.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she was 13 at the time. You really think she's using a multimeter to measure voltage from fruit?
Only if she's in a Marvel movie. A newer one. You guys, they have a wig that looks exactly like the lady lawyer in the current case. And
Gorilla?
I'm going to let chat take that. I'm going to say I would just go ask chat. Go in. You know what? Go into Sephora. It's not going to be the craziest question that anyone's ever asked, I'm sure.
I got kicked out of a Shakespeare play when I was in 7th grade because I refused to wear makeup. I didn't even want to be in the play to begin with.
No, so I now have 2 wigs. I had to get wig stands. Mr. Mo is like, what in the actual hell is your wish list? And I was like,
why the hell did you order a mannequin?
Oh, I have a dress form. I can, but it doesn't have a head. Yes.
Thank you.
Sal, he is doing, are you still doing family
Chandler.
recipes?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do something more with Chandler in the next day or 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do more of Kat's interview or the geo calls between them 2. but
oh my God, the jail calls. I can just imagine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then
She
I
did
did.
it.
Oh
She
yeah, I
did
covered
it.
Dahmer with Nick on Sunday, and yeah, that was funny. Like there was just this gruesome opening by the prosecutor, and afterwards he's just like, "Well, I'm sure you guys are hungry for lunch."
Honey, that doesn't matter anymore. It really doesn't. Okay, honest to God, I went in once and said, "Look, so you know JP Spears, the guy with red hair, and he's pretty buff. Well,
Yeah.
one year at my gym, I had not this color red hair, but I decided to be him. And I went in and said, okay, I need to make a fake beard. What should I buy? And they were like, hey, you can use, eyeliner pencils, or you can use contour. So, I doubt they'd be. Yeah.
We
Farrell
all want
is
some
here.
bratwurst. Artwurst.
All right, let's see if this gentleman will say yes, like a not idiot who has a lawyer who told him this is the best deal you're going to get, or if he's going to try to proselytize.
Guilty to guilty, certainly you'll have an opportunity to make any statement. But if it is not your intent to enter a guilty plea at this time, then I'm going to set your case for jury trial, and you're going to stop wasting my time and everybody else's time this afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to waste your time.
And then is it your intention to enter a guilty plea at this time or not, sir?
No. Why am I wasting your time,
Mr. Chambers?
Sir, she done gave you the warning. She gave you the mom eye before Samuel L. Jackson, mom, comes out. You are given a warning.
I love Mo's little chillins interrupting her.
Well, so the littlest one got an iPad for his birthday with a screen protector, and I found a crack in it. Now, the brothers are now blackmailing the little one, who is not quietly trying to negotiate, but loudly, whiningly negotiating. So I'm like, stop. Just all of you stop. All right, let's see how he'll.
The judge
continue to waste
ignores the
her
question
time.
and checks in with the prosecution.
Why am I wasting your time?
Mr. Chambers, what is the Commonwealth's position at this time, sir?
Your Honor, we would move to revoke the defendant's bond at this time.
The judge orders a brief recess, perhaps hoping Pate's attorney can remind him.
And here's the graph, children. This is your F around line. And then, your find out line comes right about there. His lawyer is probably like, God dang it, would you just shut the fuck up? Say you're guilty and shut up. What the hell is wrong with you?
I feel so bad for criminal lawyers. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sure
I haven't
you
even
have
watched.
a lot of clients that are great, but then you get these guys, and then they expect you to clean up their mess afterwards.
Oh my God, this is why I couldn't be a lawyer, because I'd be like, Your Honor, I'd like to strike the comment. No, my client. The client. Captain, I will definitely have to look up some of your videos. I know you're going to be shocked, but as a mother of 6, trying to be low carb, healthy, balanced, spiritual, connected with herself and the universe and every other effing thing, I'm somewhat busy.
Mo has enough time trying to just be religious.
I know.
It's hard enough for her to do that, let alone raise 6 kids. She's a heathen.
Pretty much. No, seriously, I want someone of the drag community to teach me how to contour, because I still have all of this makeup stuff I'm trying to do.
I'll ask my mom to get in some contacts for you.
There you
She
go.
goes to drag story time hour.
Well, not the story time. I'm cool if adults are there. I need to understand how to make the winged eyeliner relatives, like close siblings, maybe twins, because right now they are distant cousins. I can never get the eyes to line up, which is, let's see how this lawyer is going to.
He's already agreed to plead guilty. Back in court, the judge tries again.
Let's get back on the record and see if we can.
You're really
All right,
cute,
guys.
Judge.
My son
You should
just
start
came in
twerking
and
for her. Sorry.
my son just came in and said they're trying to blackmail me, which he meant blackmail because he has a. He keeps yelling it too. So
They're trying to get him
just
to
so
marry
you
Luna.
know, he thought he means to say blackmail, because he has a crack in his new iPad on the screen protector, thank God. But his brothers are
not on the
now.
iPad?
We get screen protection, we get otter boxes, and they still manage to screw them up. Who is?
You misspelled if, David, just so you know.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Oh, well. Yeah, so I
No
thought
kids, no problems.
I thought I'd share my youngest pre-law child telling us exactly what happened. He is going to go pro se. I just know it one day.
Sort this out.
No, I'm pro per.
At this point in time, what is Mr. Pate's decision with respect to his guilty pleas?
So I believe I'll just let him answer that question if it pleases the court.
All right. So, Mr. Pate?
Can I say a few things or?
No.
I need to understand what it is that we're doing here today, Mr. Pate.
Yes, I had every intention of coming in here today and entering a guilty plea. It's difficult for me to enter a guilty plea for a lot of reasons, and I don't want this court to think that I am trying to minimize any responsibility that I had in this situation that occurred.
The problem is Pate doesn't agree with the assault charge.
Okay,
Believes the
that's
prosecutor
definitely
only
good to
added
know.
it because of Pate's position as sheriff and because Pate were.
Because honestly,
No worries, David.
it is I am wearing makeup for the first time in years now, and yeah, I'm trying to do all the self-care and sunblock and all this stuff. He's like, it's Walmart day. We know what it is.
Rejected an earlier plea deal.
Being polite.
I feel like
Oh
I'm
my
being
God,
very
look
much
at his
bullied
lawyer.
into doing
He's doing a
something
lunch.
that's not right. I
He
want
did a
this court to
Krause.
know Todd Pate holds himself
He did
responsible for
Krause's
everything that he
face
did.
Oh my
palm.
God. He's
It's
like,
hard for me to lay down and
let me look
plead
at the
to
LinkedIn. Oh.
felony charges that don't
Her
apply.
prosecutor opened.
By this point, the judge has heard enough.
Thank you.
Is it your intention today to enter this guilty plea?
David, would you like to
I did.
represent him?
True.
This is either a yes or no. Are you
True.
going to enter your plea?
But I still went from 3 kids to 4 without it, so. Or 3 kids to 6 kids without it, so. Hey, your grandma had a house dress, made biscuits, and had 11 children. You never saw her hair out of curlers except for Sunday. She knew something. Her
Good
biscuits
Lord, my
bring all the
grandmother,
boys
when I
to the
did
yard.
sleepovers, she'd spend 2 hours at night, putting her hair into curlers and just getting all perfect for the next day.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Oh, thanks. I'm learning as I go. There are all sorts of tutorials and the brushes and oh my gosh, just all the tangenty stuff. But whew.
You're not.
Yes, everybody
Is
thinks
David
it's
trying to
fine.
say he has the Lord's right
Let me
to
just
first
plead
name?
and get it over with for everybody. Plead to something that I absolutely do not feel good about, but I don't want you to try to send me to the penitentiary for years and years.
Jesus.
You can sleep with it, I can sleep with it.
The lawyer is praying. You have got this man praying in
He looks
in
worse
court.
than Krause.
He is getting ready. David, can he backhand his client? Just muzzle him? I mean, I know he's not in custody, but can he do it? Because Seems like the only way we are going to get this to go.
Stop licking my water, Babu. Stop it. Sorry.
Is his wife the one in the burgundy? I guess I wasn't even paying attention to. I was paying
Hope they're
attention
in
to
a-
the lawyer.
Hope they're in a
The
stay with
lawyer.
conjugal.
Oh Lord, I've got to see his.
Pate's
Is that
attorney
like
looks frustrated.
His mother praying?
The judge is
Frustrated.
fed up with Pate's flip-flopping.
I
Probably
think we're
unusual,
done.
but
At
what's
this point in time, I think we're done. Where I think we are today is that on the one hand, the Commonwealth can enforce the terms of this agreement based on the execution. Mr. Pate, I'm talking at this point in time.
Okay, I'm
Oh.
sorry. I'm sorry.
What is
At this
what
point in
is
time,
rule number? Is he drunk? I would like to drug test my client, David. I would be all the assault and all the battery allegedly.
Can you have him mentally tested
Can
for
he?
fitness?
Can he divorce his client? Like I no longer.
I'm going to sustain the Commonwealth's motion to revoke his bond. He will be taken into the custody and housed in the Breckinridge County Jail.
Your Honor, if I may speak
No.
to Mr. Chambers' motion to revoke the bond.
Oh, I thought that
I've
was the
already
man,
ruled.
it's lawyer.
I've already ruled at this point in time.
Ma'am.
We're done at this point in time. He's going into jail today.
Pate eventually pled guilty and accepted the terms of his sentence. 75 days in a county jail with credit for time served.
Oh, what did he have to buy his wife? What did he have to buy his wife for acting like an asshole? Making her stressed out. You know, she just looks at him with dagger eyes some nights and he's like, I'm sorry.
You know, he tries to make a move on her before bedtime, and she's just like, seriously?
Yeah, why did he think he was going to get in there? And I mean, look, y'all, if I can be assured and self-confident on the internet, but in a courtroom, I'm going to shut the hell up and not piss off the judge who looks like, young Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Next, we head to the Washtenaw
looked at
County
him like she
Trial
was about
Court
to
in Ann
abort
Arbor,
him.
Michigan for a hearing. The defendant, Donald Roberts, is accused of unarmed robbery, refusing fingerprinting, assault with intent to rob, and larceny.
I never knew that
Roberts
was
had
a
been representing
crime.
himself in the matter. The
Fingerprinting.
man standing next to him is attorney John Vella.
Are
Vella
we going to
was
get the
ordered by the
Conspira hat
judge
back?
to be Roberts' standby counsel. Roberts had
Oh,
just finished
there
telling
is
the court
standby
about the
counsel.
poor state law library in
There's
jail,
the Uno
telling
reverse
the court
hat.
that he had no need for an attorney. Assistant
Really, David?
Washtenaw County Prosecutor Brenda Taylor
Oh,
responds.
Is that
And
woman
I'm asking the
asleep?
court to use the report dated
Look at
July
that woman in
25th
blue
of Dr.
next to her.
Smith for purposes of finding
Oh, I thought that was
incompetency.
the-
And I'm asking the court to find the defendant incompetent and to order him to
It looks like she's
Forensic
sleeping.
Center for treatment
I know, that's
and
what I thought she was
restoring
sleeping.
competency. I have prepared a proposed order. I don't want to reiterate the other issues that have already brought us here,
Stop
but if the
it.
court wants me to respond regarding the law library, I can.
No, I've
again.
already ruled on that.
While his competency issue remains in question, Roberts has a question for the court.
What about my discovery? Let's talk
He
about
is
that.
right.
Discovery is important.
Not right now.
Bitch gonna give me discovery.
He's like, my god dang constitutional rights. They know he is unstable.
This is a
Again,
Brady
why
violation.
do you not have 18 big old also camera, not through a ham sandwich? Yeah, I noticed that, but
Yeah,
I definitely
probably
thought
taking
she was
notes, but-
sleeping.
It still looked funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw a 24-pack of
Not
Bud
the
Light
answer
with a
Roberts
rebate,
was
so it'll be
looking
about
for.
$5 after.
Oh, let's not. Not
That's
right
still
now.
$5 more than I'd spend for beer, but I don't like beer.
Roberts
Me neither.
snaps and then
I don't
off
like that
camera
type,
attempts to
which
lift
is
and knock
unfortunate,
over the
yeah.
lectern as a stunned Judge Swartz looks on.
Well,
Roberts
no,
then charges
they
an
don't
attorney John
wear
Bella before being
jail
quickly taken
clothes
down
in
by
front of the
deputies.
jury, unless you're Daryl Brooks and you insist on it.
Yeah, so these are like pre-hearings.
Pre-trial, yeah.
So in theory, none of the jurors should be on there. Like the juror, I guess, that got taken off of the Peterson case because she was a big victims advocate and was at the
Like her job
Nicholas
was a
Cruz.
victim's advocate for the prosecutors.
And the
And
prosecutors didn't recognize her?
I don't know. Maybe they just tried to let it fly. But yeah, I mean, and she didn't even get removed. She was just moved to be an alternate.
The hell is wrong with people? Look, regardless of how you feel about it, I feel like that particular prosecution, in my opinion, is kind of vengeful because Nicholas Cruz didn't get the death penalty.
Yeah. And they
True,
should
he
be
did pull.
thankful he didn't, because it would have been overturned. I mean, with the
Yeah.
judge and all
The shenanigans of trying to get him for child neglect.
Yeah.
You didn't charge the teachers.
Yeah.
You didn't charge the Uber driver that brought Nicholas Cruz there.
I mean, this isn't 1790 where you shoot a soldier because they stole an officer boots who had been shot.
Yeah, and looking at the man, he looks like he's dealing with the guilt of all of it.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
it's
let's get back.
It's very possible he legitimately did not know where the shots were coming from.
Yeah, I mean, if his radio wasn't working and all those things, I don't know what I'd do. Maybe I would freeze.
Yeah.
But it doesn't bring back the kids, and it just re-victimizes all the victims having to go up there and do it again. It's just so yucky.
As the deputies move in, this woman carefully finds her way out by walking across a row of chairs to
Parkour.
The judge is like, oh, what the hell?
The defendant is hauled away by deputies. Judge Swartz orders a competency hearing, and despite Roberts' obvious objections, appoints Bella as his representative. Roberts was
The guy you
eventually
just
declared
shoved to
competent
death.
and pleaded no contest to larceny, while the other charges were dropped. He was sentenced to 1 year and 10 months in jail. Next, we're in Williamsburg, Kentucky for a bond revocation hearing.
Oh,
The
Kentucky.
defendant walking up to the podium is 42-year-old Shannon Fox Hamblin. Today, she's in court
There
for
were
allegedly
decisions
violating
made with this
conditions of her
outfit.
probation.
I like it.
Once at the microphone, she lets Judge Paul Winchester know she's being represented by a well-known name, maybe best known for his pro bono work.
And who's representing you today?
I'm represented by Jesus Christ.
That's right. Now, a savior he may be, but one thing he is not is a licensed member of the Kentucky State Bar. So
Oh,
the
come on.
judge offers
Jesus
up the
can easily
services
be
of the public
licensed.
defender's office
Jesus is
instead.
like my co-pilot.
All right,
too.
so I'm going to appoint Mr. Findale to
No, I
represent you
don't want
today.
Mr. Findale. I have that right, Your Honor. Jesus is going to represent me. I do not want legal counsel.
Okay, all right. So what do you want to say?
I want to say that I have lived hard, loved hard, played hard,
Jesus
but I've been
Christ.
paid to apply the blood.
Oh my
I'm
God,
thankful
if she
for Jesus
starts
Christ,
singing,
okay? I have stumbled and
Amazing
I have
Grace.
oh God, what is
many
that
times
song? Every rose has a thorn.
Yeah.
She starts singing Freebird. I'm letting her loose. I'm gonna let her loose. I don't know. There were a lot of clips and different like Walmart-y kind of things that were from other independent creators, and this one is from A&E because I didn't want to poach off of other creators unless I had their permission to do so. So I have no idea, but oh my gosh. Jesus is my lawyer, my accountant, and he also picks my outfits. I
mercies rain from that bitch. Not because I deserved it, but because I'm sure somebody prayed.
Okay, I wanted to taste salvation and play over here too. I was riding the fence between me and you. God gave me a choice, and it's life or death. I kid you not. Do I look like the person that stood before you in August? Do I? I'm humble. I'm gonna walk to shame.
Ma'am, maybe boasting about how humble you are is this judge is like, you know what? I'm gonna allow it.
The last Judge Winchester has had enough of the courtroom sermon.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Allegation is you failed to report to probation and parole.
Okay, sir. I have nothing in this world.
All I need is an answer.
No.
Did you go? Okay.
I went to probation. Yes, I did. But the next 2 times I didn't have no right.
In addition to not reporting to her probation officer as scheduled, Fox Hamblin has another violation.
On December the 9th, 2016, you were given a drug test and you were positive for methamphetamine. And that was confirmed by a lab.
I am shocked. Jesus is working in her soul. She had no right to probation. How are you going to revoke her right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, all right. Well, let's continue this.
Saved by blood.
Yes or no? Do you acknowledge that?
Sanctified in the blood.
Saved by the blood
Lamb.
or exposed by the blood test?
I don't use drugs, Your Honor. I do not use it.
You've already told me that. But back on December of 2016.
His paper says so, but I will not admit it. He said I could.
Are you denying the allegations in this motion?
Yes.
Fox Hamblin's probation officer is then called on to offer testimony.
Back in December, did she disclose this for drug use? She didn't.
He's not telling the whole truth, Your Honor.
Okay.
You expect me to? He needs to too.
All right, let me tell you something. Now you can ask him a question.
Okay.
Are you excited?
Dear Jeebus,
We
I
needed
really
you, like,
love you
empowered.
and need you in my life. Also, where is my last 8 ball? Between you and me, I don't think the Holy Spirit took it.
Reminds me of a girl I met on Tinder, and 2 weeks before, her favorite homie got picked up by SWAT, so she OD'd on meth because she was sad.
Sal, we need to. We're crowdsourcing your Tinder dates.
Okay, for the record, I stopped talking to her when her current fiance was threatening to kill her ex-fiance. Or sorry, unalive her ex-fiance. Yeah, I mean, at that point, it was just too far. There was too many warning signs. I mean, she was a Satanist, sure. But
Sal's like, what's a little bit of weird
There's
two
a few warning signs.
ex-fiancés? It can't be her. She's got 8 ex-fiancés.
And that's like 20% of the story.
This is a Rumble only conversation
Yes,
that
it
we must
is.
have without filters.
I will tell the story on Rumble.
I
could not fix her, Farrell. I stopped talking to her after a week. I blocked her. I blocked her. I was strong enough to say no to an attractive woman.
Sal, I'm proud of you. If we can just get you out of Jody's clutches, we will. But let's see because someone is done lying on the Lord over here because she was not on the substances.
When you called me and said the drug test came back methamphetamine, tell the truth, Sharon. What did I say?
I did not call you.
Brian Diggs, you are a liar in the court of Winsburg. I promise you, Jesus is watching.
Okay, let me tell you something. I have to go by what the
The court rules that Jesus's condemnation does not apply in the courthouse.
test
He is
says.
lying,
And
sir.
The
His
test
test
says.
wasn't right.
What I'm telling you is, I have to go by what the lab says.
Can I make
Doesn't
one
have anything
mistake?
to do with what he said.
Between me and you,
Okay.
prison is to reform me, right? To make me a good person for
Well,
society. Is
that
that
and to
correct?
keep you from breaking the law.
Okay. Well, do you believe that the blood applied by Jesus Christ can do more reform for me than Pee Wee Valley? Do you believe it can happen in 1 day, 1 minute, or 1 hour?
Well,
Sir, I'm sentenced to death. I'm going to
I
die.
have standards.
You know, the people that are method acting sure do know Jesus a whole lot. Yeah. Oh,
Judge.
wow. Respect. Okay, we
Thank
will
you.
giggle through the whole thing. Just
Please,
in
you
your
have my
honor.
permission to laugh your ass off when I am killed by a woman. Justice for Sal.
That has to be part of your merch when we get big, huge.
Yes, I'm gonna make mugs that have Justice for Sal for when I get killed by a woman I'm simping for.
You know, it would make yeah. I mean, everyone's zooming in anyway.
Especially when you're going for parole.
Oh, Lord.
But as
let's
the
see what-
defendant continues to argue, the judge asks the bailiff to escort her out and revokes her bond.
Mr. Engel, can you take her for me, please?
Not
Motion is
against
sustained.
Jesus.
Sir, no, I have to
Can you take her on a date for me?
And you have the
My
right to
wife
be.
is I'm gonna speak, please. No, I'm gonna speak
Not
to
now.
the judge. No, I'm gonna speak to you right now. My wife is at stake. I'll die in prison.
Come on.
I have a right to. I won't die. You'll shoot me.
As it becomes more apparent that she is not going quietly,
I'm not going quietly into this good night.
another
Again,
court
where
official
are
enters
the
to
big
help
buff
remove her.
bailiffs? Oh, that man has not run in a while. And look, y'all,
That man is
I am
husky.
fluffy. I am fluffy. And there is no shame in, quick walking. But if you're going to be a bailiff, if you're going to be in charge of, maybe possibly being in a physical
If
confrontation,
you're gonna
could you
have to
please?
taser someone, maybe you shouldn't be Kim Potter.
Yeah, could you please have more than a shake weight at home?
Babu!
Other reason?
Stop it! Jesus Christ. He's
Welcome to
scratching my
parenthood.
water heater box. And I can't move the box because he's playing with it now. And I need to install the water heater.
What? You're going to be fine with
You're
this.
just gonna shoot me before I go.
I wonder how this is going to
No, I'm
end.
not.
Does she go, or does Jesus come down and
Hopefully
save
it's
her?
taser.
No, switches, please. I want my family back.
Corel Draw launched.
No, they need Jesus. Like he said, hey, you know the power.
As the struggle spills into the hallway,
Babu!
Fox Hamblin continues to resist, reportedly kicking one of the bailiffs and causing an injury to his hand.
Too late for that.
On top of having her bond revoked, Shannon Fox Hamblin was charged with contempt of court, second-degree assault, resisting arrest, and second-degree...
Well, some things the blood of the lamb cannot fix. Now, church lady fried chicken, though, now that'll fix a lot. That's why I contend. That's why I contend that Australia is not a fake country, but Georgia is, because I love World War II stuff. And every time I hear something about Stalin, because he was from the country of Georgia, I keep thinking, how in the world can you be a hateful, evil, mean dictator? Have you tried Kentucky Fried Chicken and real macaroni and cheese with the breadcrumbs on top?
Oh, my fried chicken is way better than KFC. And I converted my grandmother's famous recipe to the air fryer.
Salvador, I'm just saying your DMs are gonna get lit up.
I spent a
People
month
do
trying to figure it out.
People will do a lot for some fried chicken, Salvador. You've just not been putting the right things on Tinder.
I guess
You
not.
can make really good fried chicken. All the
Healthier.
ways. Telling
Good
you
Lord,
what.
my grandmother cooked it in like 3/4 of an inch of oil and then used that oil for gravy for mashed potatoes.
Your grandma sounds like a wonderful woman, and I would have been one of those people they have to cut out of their house.
I don't know how she was skinny.
Disorderly conduct.
Well, when you cook
She
all
was
that stuff from
sentenced to
scratch,
8
you're usually
years
the
in a
mom. You're
Kentucky
standing up.
prison.
You don't get to
It's
eat
true.
because everyone.
Next, we're in Denver, Colorado for a first advisement hearing.
Let's see.
The purpose of
Time
the
out.
proceeding is for the judge to
Don't kill
explain to the
Sal.
defendant why he's being held in custody and to outline upcoming legal procedures, even though the defendant has not been officially charged. Today, things are being laid out for Anthony Waller. He was taken into custody on suspicion of multiple crimes, including false imprisonment and assault on a female victim at a local motel. Judge Doris Bird then explains he'll be held in custody while the case is being investigated.
Investigation for false imprisonment, assault in the third degree, assault as a class 2 felony, and a misdemeanor charge as well in possession of drug paraphernalia.
I'd like to object first. If I'm under investigation, I thought the investigation came first, and then the rest.
Justice for Sal, we killed you without even
But before
touching
the
you.
judge can give
We're
Waller an
innocent,
explanation,
allegedly.
a deputy gives him a nudge from behind.
Damn. Is this Rodney King?
They just ran him into a hall.
Well, let me get on my feet, bitch.
Waller, who's fully shackled in handcuffs, leg irons, and a belly chain, asked the judge for clarification.
Oh, Lord. I got the vapors.
Investigation came first, then the rest.
Deputy Brady Lovinger then places his hand on Waller's back. Lovinger claimed that because the judge had brought the hearing to a close, he was directing Waller to the clerk to sign paperwork and prevent him from stalling the proceeding. But after Waller turns towards him, the deputy grabs Waller by his uniform and belly chain and slams
Flour
him
and
face
lard.
first into a metal window frame.
You just rammed his head into
As
the
Waller's
wall.
dragged into a
Yeah,
hallway, he tells
get up in
deputies
5
that he's injured.
Yeah, I'm not seeing why they needed to slam him.
Like, I'm
Anthony Waller suffered a
100%
head wound
pro
and
law
broken
enforcement.
teeth from the deputies'
But this was
takedown,
way too
but
far.
things did not end there.
Yeah.
From what I see.
After witnessing the incident firsthand, Judge Doris Bird filed an excessive force grievance against the deputy with the Denver Department of Public Safety. The agency found there was not an imminent threat to the safety of anyone in the court
No.
when Lovinger used excessive force on Waller. Following the investigation, Deputy Lovinger was suspended for 30 days by the city of Denver. Anthony Waller would later win a $50,000 civil suit against
I can
Lovinger and the city. The federal jury determined his constitutional rights were violated by the excessive force used against him. As for Waller's original crime, he was found guilty of third-degree assault and sentenced to 2 years in county jail.
My God, take me home.
We now go to Brimfield Township, Ohio.
Actually, I think
where County Judge Rebecca
when
Doherty
Joe
isn't
refused to
presiding
show
over her
his
courtroom.
results,
She's making
he came back
Oh, yeah.
right after and was crying. And then
I want the transcript
transcript
whatever that word is, whatever it may be.
record.
Yeah, I want to roll the record back like 87,000 times in one stream. That would be my goal stream of him just get like, no, you can't do it, and starfishing on the table, and then they're just throwing his tiny butt over. Like, I would play that on a loop just for like 24 hours if I got to 50,000 subscribers. So,
I had a
swear to
follower
goodness.
that popped in to the trial to look at it, and she saw him, and she was just like, "Holy crap, this guy is tiny."
I know, that's what I'm saying. And they had like the most giant
Like the
quartering
mountain
size.
from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, the quartering size guy just up there. And I'm like, Daryl's like, you hurt my
Well,
finger.
you can make a complaint about the use of force if you want.
That was so hilarious. He took off his shirt and everything. But my favorite thing was his boner sign.
Yeah.
That That was real strategery there. He was trying to see, he didn't have the flair of that one, criminal who's like, "Judge, you so gorgeous." When Daryl Brooks, flirted, he looked like kinda
He looks
and
so
you're like,
creepy.
"Are
And
you
like kind of
sick?" Yeah, and he like,
I got so
yeah.
much paperwork here.
It has been a long time. I'm like, "No, no one doesn't remember because it's been a long time. It's a trauma response, you dickhole." It's after 2 hours, you guys.
Demands
like
at the
a Wayne
local
Greta
police
Hall.
station.
I'm trying,
Do me a
Judge. I'm
favor and
trying.
have a seat so we can do our job.
Oh my god, she's gonna talk to the manager in the police station.
I'm
I
going
don't
to tell
see.
you now to call Lieutenant Limbert now.
Have a seat.
Call him.
It's a
Or I'm gonna
Karen.
put you in the cell.
So why is this judge so aggravated? Let's go back earlier in the night.
Hello?
An officer's body camera records as he approaches an
Jeez, oh,
SUV
Pete.
that's crashed off the side of a snow-covered road.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
What's going on? Ma'am, you've got vomit down here on your door. 300 deal. Have you been drinking?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have your ID handy?
I'm Becky Doran, and I'm the judge.
You
You're
were.
a judge?
To be more specific, she is the county's common pleas court judge. 55
Oh hell, that is 18 boxes of wine a night. Yeah. I just wanted what is it, Mr. Bonesteel to have 5 minutes with Mr. Brooks. For science, of course. You know, quantum physics, Newtonian laws of, mechanics, all those things. Do people make a, parallelogram if you bend them certain ways? Allegedly in Minecraft. Yeah, don't worry. I judge drunk too. I mean, oops. I am not a cat. That moment will never be
year-old
funny.
Rebecca
Not be
Doherty.
funny.
Kidding me?
Am I kidding about what?
I am absolutely out of my mind with.
You're intoxicated.
I am so intoxicated.
Ma'am, you're not supposed to. Ma'am, you is a judge. A judge should know. Okay, here's the thing, sweetie. The cops are not your friend. You is drunk. You should still know that. That should be deep in your lizard brain as a judge. Don't trust the cops.
The officer's
Also,
body cam continues to
don't
record
drink and
as the
drive
judge
because
is escorted into booking.
Oh my God.
you
Take me
assholes
home.
kill
Okay,
more
have a seat.
innocent
Let me
people
call
than you
Limbert.
kill
Have a
yourselves.
seat.
So allegedly in
Rebecca,
Minecraft, don't do it
Listen,
because it's
this
a
whole
douche
thing is
move.
being recorded. Do not do something you are going to regret
Call
tomorrow.
Limbert.
Larry Limbert is actually Major Larry Limbert of the county sheriff's office.
Do me a favor and have a seat so we can do our job.
Call Larry
I'm not going to
Limbert.
call anybody yet. Okay, we have stuff we have to do. Will you please have a seat? You're trying to walk out the door and you're almost falling down. Can you
I'm
please
not
have a
falling
seat?
down.
Have a seat.
Call Larry
I'm
Limbert.
slurring my
I will put you in one of
steps.
the cells. If you do
Okay,
not. I'm
call
trying
Larry
to really
Limbert
quick.
now.
Have a seat.
Call him now. Call him now.
Oh, just lock the door and let her sit
And
in there.
that's not the judge's only request.
She'll vomit.
What can I do
And-
for you?
Drink.
Okay.
Water.
We just literally told you 10 seconds ago that we're getting you a drink of water. He's out front right now getting you the
Not
glass.
10 seconds ago. I want a drink of water now. Thank you. Call Larry Limbert.
I tried him.
Yeah, that's
He didn't answer.
that's kind of the sad part in
Do
our
you want the water? The
Yeah,
water?
I do.
Okay.
Larry Limbert.
Okay.
Larry Limbert.
After refusing to take a breathalyzer, Judge Doherty is charged with operating a vehicle while under the influence of alcohol.
Give me my phone so I can make a phone call.
Okay. Your phone is in a puddle of vomit in your car, which is
I
on the
get
side
it.
of, can I finish? Which is on the
Absolutely.
side of the road that you crashed into.
Yes.
The tow company is out there trying to get it out. However, it is extremely snowy and slippery out. They are not able to
totally
get the
get it.
vehicle out so far. So
Totally
your
get it.
phone is off the table right now. We don't have access to it.
Judge Doherty receives a fine of $1,070.
like they're hiding her phone. ma'am, they do not want to be around you any more than you want to be around them. You seem like an extra special. See you next Tuesday. So
Hey,
yeah, she has cotton mouth, real bad. Yeah.
oh, don't make me take advantage of
$5
you,
and
Lena.
180 days in jail, which the presiding judge reduces to $375 and 3 days in jail. Her driver's license is suspended for a year, and she's ordered to complete a driver's intervention program.
I am truly sorry and will forever regret my actions and will do all in my power to never act in a way that would harm others ever again. Thank you.
Scouts honor.
We're in Idaho Falls, Idaho, for the
Did
sentencing
you
of
say
Brian
Scouts
Johnson.
honor? Oh,
I
you
did.
said Scouts.
I did.
I was
Stop.
like, I kept thinking, oh my God, he just said Scouts honor. You know what? We'll let you go.
Wait, you saying I sound like him?
If you're not paying attention, you're trying to read the things or read the comments and do that. We'll probably play another 10 minutes of this and then I am going to head off because, well, I'd like to get some food and I don't know if my family left me any. I made Asian spare ribs and rice. So I would eat
Oh my
the
God.
spare ribs and they would
You're
eat
gonna
the
have
rice.
to give me that recipe.
It's usually I'll
Don't
give
you
you the
dare
one
say
that
it's secret.
no.
Okay.
I was going to say today I cheated and just used a bottle marinade.
I don't care
Usually I
about
make my
that.
own, but
I love short ribs.
yeah. Yeah, we'll finish his story. Or Gru. Oh my God, he is totally Gru. He just needs a little bit of a bigger nose. And he has yellow on. I mean, I'm sure there's minions out there somewhere.
The 50-year-old former high school teacher pleaded guilty to felony stalking of a 26-year-old former student who he'd recently been dating.
Sure, just
Johnson was
recently
accused of
started
violating a
dating.
protection order filed against
He
him
waited till
by
she was
following the
18.
woman in public, leaving her harassing messages, and entering her home while she was
Oh,
gone,
this could be Jeff
including
Bezos.
an alleged incident where he urinated on her bed. Facing a possible
was
5
trying to
years in
assert
prison,
dominance.
Johnson can be seen
Oh, he's related
visibly
to Amber
shaking
Heard,
as
that's
he
why.
addresses the court.
Your Honor, I would like to take this chance to openly apologize for my actions in this case. I take full responsibility and full remorse and regret.
You peed on a bed, sir. You go outside. You
Well, I
go
peed on a
outside
bed
and you have
too.
a pee pad.
Of course, it wasn't voluntary.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they weren't innocently just running into each other until, she became of an age where it wouldn't get him sent to prison. Which here's the thing that kills me. Okay, there is a double standard, and I don't like it because I'm now a boy mom.
Yes.
But
Men can shit in bed and women can't.
no, these crazy ass female teachers that go for these 12-year-old boys, and I find that more disgusting. And my husband's like joking about it, like if he got a hot woman at 12, and I was like, you are such a. So this guy is getting raked over the coals. He's shaking because he knows he's going to get, just terrible amount
Tyrone
of
in his
stuff.
cell.
But the female teachers that are doing the same exact thing, really hurting young boys, regardless of the jokes, they are not they are? Finally. Okay, good.
Really?
Because, yeah,
I did not know that, but yeah. It
'cause
would probably creep me out a lot. I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, I mean, there's stuff that happened when I was a kid that really kind of nothing. It just creeped me out, and
yeah, well, like, even if it's nothing and you just get that weird kind of icky feel, it's still something that stays with you. You have that
Yeah.
memory forever. So yeah, finally, because my big fear is, look, I'm going to get the 3 girls off to college. I am going to get, or trade school, they're going to go into welding. I am going to get the 2 boys off to college, and then some ridiculous middle schooler is going to catch my youngest
Gonna
and
get
get
those
pregnant
testicles of fury. I'm sorry.
and
I'm
and
sorry.
get pregnant with triplets because I was almost free. And I can just see it.
He's gonna wave a hose around.
Knowing him, he probably would.
Not because I was caught, but that I allowed my perspective and judgment to be so clouded by a number of issues that I chose to act the way I did.
Finally gotten to a point where you can't
Johnston
ignore
appears
it.
to become even more
No,
distraught.
that's not
when he
true. Because
apologizes
they
to the
said
victim.
when gay marriage was legalized, that slippery slope argument was just absurd and wasn't going to happen.
I'm waiting for furries. I want everyone to come out in their fursonas.
Justice for furries. My ex was a furry.
Fursonas
Now
for
that I
all.
think about it. She wanted to curl up on my lap as a kid. There were warning signs.
Salvador, we are letting church lady in charge of your dating. I hope you like Pentecostals, because that's what you're getting. And
Can I get Mormon?
why? For the multiple wives, they don't practice that anymore. You'd have to wear special underpants.
I can change my underwear.
We're okay. Let's just get through weird pedo teacher.
Mormons are 3 whole wonders, apparently.
Lord, Salvador, we have
whose name has been
He's
protected.
willing to get you wrong, Rumble.
And finally, and most importantly, I deeply and sincerely apologize for all anxiety, depression, stress, fear, and any other negative emotions and financial burdens which my choices and actions did cause. I sincerely regret and feel deep sorrow and accept full responsibility for that which I have done. I hope and pray that she will be able to heal from this and not have any lingering impact in her life.
Good Lord, this guy.
And will do all in my power to never act in a way that would harm others ever again. Thank you, Your Honor.
Scout's honor. Your
Before
honor.
Judge Joel Tingey hands down a sentence, he tells the court there is much to consider when looking at Johnston's public persona versus his illicit behavior behind closed doors.
Yeah, he's.
This is not a case of a career criminal. This is somebody that's actually very productive in the community. A role model, frankly, who did a lot of good things through his career. But I think what you look at for a case such as this, where you're doing a sentencing, as you look at the conduct and the damage that was left in the wake of that conduct, which is extensive, frankly immeasurable, was subjected to basically living a hellish life during this time frame. You can't repair that.
As part of the pre-sentencing report, the judge received numerous letters of support for Johnston.
That was a.
But he says this is a man with 2 very different sides.
Unfortunate.
As I say, this is a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde case, and I get a lot of letters who really support Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah.
But I'm sentencing Mr. Hyde.
After a brief pause, Judge Tingey makes his ruling.
The sentence on this will be 5 years, 1.5 fixed, 3.5 indeterminate.
As a condition of his sentence, Johnston was placed in a court-operated
Why does
minor
his lawyer have
rehabilitation
testicles on his
program
chin?
that can significantly decrease his sentence if he receives intensive therapy and treatment behind bars before being reevaluated by the court. Johnston was released less than a year later after completing the program and was placed on probation for an additional 4 years.
That is, yeah.
If the piss don't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, why do that? Okay, let me put us to take off my brand. Ta-da. Where is it? It went somewhere. Aha. I will become a competent YouTuber at some point. I really will.
I believe in you.
What's strange is when people ask me for help and I'm like, oh, sweet summer child. I don't even know, like Google it maybe. It's like go into Best Buy, find someone with a goatee, ask them, Because
God.
if you
Best
are in
Buy.
Best Buy and you have a goatee,
My local Best Buy smells like body odor.
I don't like it either, but if I need something um computered, I go in there and just look dumb. And since I'm a method actor, not a method actor like that, but I'm actually just dumb about computers, it works. They can't tell a difference.
Wear something low cut too. That usually helps the guys there to show interest.
I'm a breathing female that came in and talked to them directly.
That's a good point. Okay. You're alive, which is a bonus to half of them.
I am not putting that up there, impish, but Baker's idea for I'm jumping in on this adoption thing where we adopt a 13-year-old or 15-year-old that knows how to edit, and we all three
Your
share.
kids don't know how to do that?
No, my kids know how to play
they're feral.
Roblox.
Your kids barely know how to feed themselves.
I was about to say, my 3 girls are a bottle of hormones and feelings and then not feelings.
Cats, knock it off. I'm sorry.
And the boys, I'm just trying to keep alive. Boy moms will get me. It's kind of like, okay, today our rule in the house is our first number 1 rule isn't to love each other, isn't to be kind. It's we are not going to the ER today. So stop before you do anything and think, am I going to go to the ER? It's not helped as much as you'd think it would, but one day it'll sink in. Don't you grift for a little bit and then we will say.
Yeah, I am Babu the Aussie Cat on Twitter. You can follow me there. And then I've started a YouTube channel, Dolly Talk. I am currently going through different Chandler Holderson stuff before the trial, like text messages, his girlfriend's interview. She is a little strange. And possibly coming up will be her jailhouse calls with her lovely boyfriend.
Awesome. That sounds their chats are cringe-hilarious. So I can't imagine phone calls. Oh my gosh, phone calls. Well, tomorrow is a Zach Anderson day, so I am going to kind of look around and see if I can maybe fit. I'm going to see how the opening statements fit because I might be able to do it like in the lunch break of the current trial. That way you can have a stream night. We aren't poaching streams and stuff. Or I'll just make a video of it but I wanted to get to that tomorrow. So I might do it at like 1.25 speed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't watched the trial. So if that's going to speed them up to chipmunks, I don't know.
I think so.
So tomorrow we will be doing opening statements at some point.
Okay.
And then let's see, Thursday I have a collaboration with another. He's kind of done Daryl Brooks and other trials. His name is Beefy Has Anxiety. It's a animated squirrel. He does a lot of artwork.
Okay.
He's hilarious. And I will be doing Church Lady, and we will, because honest to God, I thought I was going to be a substitute teacher. And there's this really cool like science STEM clothing wear they have, and I have an honest to God caged bird dress like with Maya Angelou quotes. So we will be going over the Daryl Brooks sentencing, and Church Lady will be judging the shit out of it.
That would be great.
From the Lord and our God Savior. So it is with love that we
Babu
judge it.
Do you mind?
Hope you guys can come to that. And then like I will be a full-fledged semi-professional and have like a whole schedule and a murder cabinet. And it'll be
pre-professional.
I am pre-professional. I am so glad it worked out, Captain. I was So I got this one for $25 on Marketplace, and I picked it because it lights up pretty colors. So I'm glad that it was a good mic for you.
Well, I just got my microphone boom, and it doesn't fit my mic.
I am so sorry. You guys have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to spread the good word of Mo, whether
The
you're a
Church of Mo.
motivator
We
or
go.
a mofo.
I spread the Church of Mo through Mesa. Knock on
Just make
doors.
sure you do it in a way that, no peeing on beds, no restraining
Exactly.
orders.
Just
Mama
spread
does
the
not
Church
want to
of
be
Mo.
called into court because my face is
The
all
good news.
caps. So spread that, subscribe, do all the YouTube-y things. I will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Toodles.